like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
An Ottaughville man has died following injuries that he sustained in a car crash that occurred a week ago. Rontarius Clark died at a Montgomery hospital, according to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Clark was seriously injured on November 23rd in a single-vehicle crash. He was not wearing a seatbelt at the time that his GMC Envoy left the road and overturned. This all happened just outside of the Ottaughville city limits. A Troy man was arrested in the Florida Panhandle for road rage on Highway 98. 19-year-old Walker Phillips is now being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a gun in the commission of a felony. Authorities responded to the incident that occurred with the driver of a pickup truck pointing a gun at another vehicle. Some camping equipment has been recalled due to the danger of explosions. The Ozark Trail tabletop burner butane camping stove has had 26 reports of stoves exploding or catching fire. 16 of those cases involved injuries and second-degree burns. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
At AMS Studios, give the gift of self-care this season and get a little extra. When you purchase a gift certificate for $100 or more, receive a stocking stuffed with $60 worth of free spa gifts, or select a gift certificate for our $105 luxury facial, and you'll receive an additional $120 worth of medical-grade skin treatments added to it, absolutely free. Find us on Facebook or stop by in downtown Prattville at AMS Studios.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please.
Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours.
Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours.
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. And there's plenty to get to today with moves in the Bitcoin space, Trump having yet another cabinet meeting, Putin threatening war with Europe. He doesn't seem all that scared of him for some reason. I wonder why. And so much else that we can talk about. But I first want to begin today. It's a tradition we've been keeping up now for, I think, over a decade at least. We have Jack Temple with Evangel Church here in Montgomery. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Joey. How are you doing?
Life is good. Very, very good. And also Eddie Bader is here. How you doing, Eddie?
Doing wonderful, Joey.
And Byron Sheehy is back in the studio. How you doing?
Doing well, gentlemen.
And so the tradition we're keeping up, and I already told y'all, literally just off the truck.
Just off the truck, 30 minutes ago.
And let's tell folks what just came off the truck.
Well, we got tangelos, apples, oranges, and grapefruit, and they're delicious. Indian River fruit. It's this is our project for our mission trip upcoming in April to Panama.
Yeah, and the Tangelos in particular. I'm going to put one of those, or one or two maybe, aside for me before.
Oh yeah, they are great. They're great. They're always good.
And it's really, especially as we head into the December and January months, having some of that vitamin C, this nature's candy though.
Especially in a day like today with it's cold and windy.
Yeah,
this is a great day for fruit.
Yep.
And so if folks are hearing us and they're like, oh, I remember this, or I've never even stopped by, how can they stop by, get some of this?
Okay, we're at 3975 Vaughn Road. It's a corner of Perry Hill and Vaughn, in the church parking lot. And we have some pods set up there with, we bought a truckload of fruit in, and we'll be there till it's gone. And the Tangelos are $45. But they're great. The grapefruits are $35 and the oranges are $35. Then we have a box of apples that we sell for $20.
And so, these are boxes. And I mean, it's a lot of fruit in a box, in a single box. It's a beautiful apple right there, actually.
Oh, yeah. Red Delicious. Those are Washington Red Delicious apples. Fantastic. And we get them every year. We've been doing this since about 1991.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of a tradition there on the corner there. Everybody in the neighborhood says, hey, when are you going to be there? When are you going to be there? Of course, it's always the first week after Thanksgiving. And like I said, this is going for our mission project in Panama, where we've been to many countries and building churches, spreading the word of God, spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Amen. And you're going to be building yet another church in Panama?
Building another church from the ground up in Panama. Yeah.
Beautiful.
The second time we've been to Panama, it's we'll be at the canal zone. So looking forward to going back.
Yeah. Well, and I've been slowly working my ways through the epistles of Paul. And I find that what's great is those who are one in the body of Christ. It doesn't matter all the different, say, cultures. I'd imagine y'all are very well received as brothers and sisters.
Absolutely. There's the gospel is being spread all over the world. Christianity is growing by leaps and bounds, especially in these kind of times that we're in right now.
Yeah, and it really is.
It's exciting.
It's good to remind folks too, like, because you can get everything online now. Everything's just instant gratification. Yeah. But to actually go see folks in person, get to know folks, build that fellowship and build up community, it's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And once you go out of the country and you come back, you know that you're really blessed.
Amen.
You're extremely blessed because those people, the poorest neighborhoods in our community are some of the best neighborhoods in their communities. Yep. It's incredible. We live a life of luxury here and don't really realize it.
And again, folks, this is Evangel Church. It's the corner of Perry Hill and Vaughn. It's on Vaughn Road.
Yes.
And just stop by yourself a box or two. First come, first serve, right?
Great Christmas gift,
first serve, right? And it's great. All the proceeds go to our missions projects, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to Pay No No Me Panama. Pay No No Me.
Pay No No Me.
How many votes are you taking?
Pardon?
How many votes?
I think there's going to be. We have 12 right now signed up to go. We could take up to about 15.
Do you have to have any skills, or will an able bat do?
You'd have to be able-bodied.
Yeah.
We take women as well. Yeah.
Would you take me and Eddie?
Absolutely.
Weak mind, strong back, man. I can tote some lumber.
Eddie and Joey. We've invited them. I have invited Joey every year.
Mm-hmm.
And
it involves work.
Trying to build up the courage to go. Yeah.
Well, I did just get my passport.
That's right. He's got a passport. We're that much closer.
There you go.
So that excuse went away.
I know Eddie's been out of the country.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to Jamaica all the time.
In fact, we're going back in 24 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
To help some of your friends as well.
We actually built a church in Jamaica.
Is that right?
Back in 1986 or 87. And after that hurricane came there, it was the only thing standing.
Wow.
On that hill where we built that church.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was solid concrete.
That's how you do it.
Built to last.
Oh yeah. Built to last.
Yep.
Well, am I leaving anything out before I let you go, Jack?
Now just come on by. We take credit cards, cash, checks. come on by. We're waiting for you, and the fruit is fresh. It's just off the truck.
Nice. And tangelos, oranges, apples, grapefruit. It's all excellent stuff, folks. So
It's
y'all get
all
by
fresh.
Well, it's always great
Come
seeing
on
you,
by.
Jack.
Tell them Jack sent you.
There you go.
We'll be right back, folks.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
This Black Friday, why fight the crowds when the hottest deal is at Chad's AC and Heating? How about a brand new furnace for just $1? That's right, get a brand new furnace for only $1 with the purchase of a new AC and coil. Or just need a furnace? No problem. You'll get 25% off. And with your busy schedule, just call Chad, and tell him to sign you up for this money-saving deal before the end of the year. Call Chad's today at 784-9144. That's 784-9144.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
This is Jonathan with Oswalt's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswalt's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader back in the studio, as is Byron Sheehy. It's like we got the gang back together here.
You guys aren't very festive, though.
Huh?
Not very festive.
What do you mean I'm not very festive?
It's the Christmas season.
I am festive.
You're all indoors?
Do you have to put everything on a t-shirt? Are you that much of a Chisholmite?
Well, old age,
for the record, I probably do have several Christmas shirts that I will be previewing.
Right. You don't express your feelings by actually talking to folks. No. You get a print screener thing and you put it on shirts. Well, it used to be you could do the the spray paint.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the airbrush and
Airbrush.
I was king of that for a while.
You were king of the airbrush.
Oh man, I loved it.
Right.
There's nothing better than coming up with a stupid phrase and go get some schmuck to put it on a T-shirt, and some schmuck like me wears it around.
Anyway,
look at this one.
I'll plan on being more festive. I'll have to up my game if this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, look, Santa.
You down for this, Byron?
I'm always festive, man.
What is he saying?
Oh, what else is he gonna say? It's Santa.
Yeah, that's a little.
What?
That's a little perverted.
How so?
I don't just saying. Like, is Santa pimping?
He's
We've been calling out pimps on this show.
Pimp hand strong. I will say that.
Santa better not be pimping.
He's got a list.
What's this supposed to be? Is that
like rock on?
Yeah,
Or?
rock on, Beavis.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Party on, Beavis.
Anyway, see that Costco sued Trump? Y'all see this?
No, I did not.
Costco has sued the Trump administration, demanding full refunds of all the tariff taxes they've paid if the Supreme Court blocks Trump's tariffs.
It's just a money grab. They're trying to.
No, so if the Supreme Court does say this, now I think the Supreme Court's going to do like, well, the law is constitutional that the Trump administration's using to do all these tariffs, but we're not sure if they've tested the limits, and we don't have a very clear test ourselves here in this moment. So we're going to kick it back to the lowest court, and they can figure out, given the law is constitutional, what the actual limits and tests should be, whether or not an administration. So it would have to go back up through the process and go all the way. It would take
wrong to assume that the president had this power to begin with? The leader of the United States would have this kind of power?
Not in the Constitution.
Really?
Taxing power is given to the Congress. And of course, the president has to sign whatever Congress puts out, but taxation comes from the Congress. The Congress did pass a law. I forget the name of it. It's like International Economic Emergency Act or whatever. And Trump essentially declared a national emergency, and using that declaration started doing this whole tariff thing. And now Trump today in the cabinet meeting is talking about, we're going to get rid of the income tax soon.
Right.
Which I'll take that trade all day, every day.
Plus that $2
No
grand.
more income tax.
Right. $2,000 supposed to come back our way at some point.
Yeah. And then you also have like rich people ponying up money. Susan and Michael Dell.
I saw that.
Yeah. They ponied up, I think, $6 billion to help with these like starter savings accounts for kids.
I think
like putting $1,000, $2,000 in
such a
there.
great idea.
But I'll play the video a little later. I don't know what it is about really rich people.
Yeah.
Michael looks bad enough, but Susan, his wife, the
Lot of-
Dells, they don't look real.
What's the last name?
Dell, like Dell Computers.
Do they look like a lot of plastic surgery type?
Yes,
I got you.
not done well.
Yeah.
Whatever they've got, by the way, the magic going on in Hollywood, some people have gotten back to looking normal. I don't know how they pulled that off. I guess some guys making bank out there in the Hollywood Hills. But no, these two look, stop it. You got all the money in the world. You look like a...
Dude, when you got all that money, you
look like a drag queen.
Yeah.
Woman.
At some point, you got to stop with the Botox, man.
I know.
It's got to just be a lifestyle choice. You got to, you're so rich, get one of those hyperbaric chambers. Leave the Botox alone.
And then another story, the New York Times essentially debunked the Washington Post on this whole Pete Hegseth thing. That Hegseth ordered a double tap or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like the boat blew up, and then Hegseth himself was like, kill them all.
That's right.
And it's like, no. I think he gave the order to take out the threat as the Secretary of Defense. And Admiral Bradley, who Hegseth is defending, gave the order to completely eliminate the threat, in particular, the payload on the boat.
Again, am I wrong to say that we did not do anything wrong
And
there?
there's a lot of people, including our friend Judge Knapp, though he hasn't had the time to join us for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's just like a meaningless term at this point.
Yes, I do. I agree with
Seriously?
that.
Yeah.
Like, because it seems to me the only people ever get prosecuted of war crimes are the people that lose.
When was the last time that's actually happened?
After World War II.
Kosovo, didn't we have some?
That doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
it
I mean,
does,
that's
but-
kind of my point. There's been a few conflicts since the end of World War II, and I'm sure there have been some crimes committed.
Right.
A ton.
And it's also like
ton.
these people committed mass murder indiscriminately. So because we believe in justice, we should kill them. Like, it seems like we're just, the cycle goes round and round and round. The best thing is don't have war. Be strong enough, so strong and so forceful, you never really have to use it that much. In fact, when you do use it, it can be very swift and doesn't become this long, protracted thing like we're seeing in so many parts of the world.
Okay, let's say that I've got a child addicted to drugs.
Okay.
And I know the drug dealer is on his way over there to give my child, deliver the drugs.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for me to stop him?
No.
Then what's Trump doing?
No,
that's so wrong?
in everyday civilian life, it'd be probably wrong of you to wait in the bushes and shoot him in the head.
I need to let it get to that.
No,
level.
if he tried to enter your house, you would say, no, you're not allowed in my house.
If he's going to my son's house,
Mm-hmm.
and he's and my son or daughter is hooked on some type of drug.
Yeah, but if
you're
you go
gonna
over there
you're gonna
and-
damn me for killing.
No,
me?
I'm not going to damn you. I'm saying that's illegal. That's
Okay.
damning you and saying that, like, killing somebody in cold
So
blood.
what's the difference? What Trump's doing? Just starting on the front end.
They're a government.
Is it a government boat that's coming over?
Are they government?
No, I mean the Trump is the government.
Sure.
I thought you meant they.
And
Yeah.
what are they supposed to do? Protect us, right?
Yeah.
So those
Right.
drugs that are coming over, are they good for us?
Right.
They doing wonderful things for
No,
us?
I
just don't know about it?
tend to agree, but I'm saying also in like a civilian situation, this is the problem. In a normal situation, you do have laws that are very good laws, and if you just get into indiscriminate, I'm killing people because they've done something wrong to the people I love, there you go. On like you're
Well,
gonna have.
then if they do their job on the
What,
front
you want
end,
to live in Somalia?
if they do their job on the front end, I don't have to clean up for them on the back end.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it to you this way, Eddie. You would be charged with murder, and you would be taken in front of a jury of your peers, and the jury here in Alabama might very well say
Right.
not guilty.
If you remember, and you probably don't before y'all's time, back in the 70s, there was a predator being transferred through an airport, and he was a child predator, and the father
from the payphone.
Yep, the father of that child was on a payphone waiting for him to come through.
Okay.
And when he came through, he shot him. He shot him right there and there. I don't never know how that came out.
I remember seeing
Urban
that, yeah.
legend was he got away with that.
He did.
Yeah. No, and there's another
Tell me the
example of a Texas rancher catching a farm ham,
Yes!
doing awful things.
Yes!
His daughter won't describe it. And he killed the man with his bare hands on the spot. And the grand jury didn't even give an indictment. They said, no, in Texas, you have every right to do that. But again, it can't be like premeditated. Like what you're describing is like, I'm waiting for the drug dealer and I'm just going to kill him dead. It's like, yeah, man, you're going to be charged with murder and we'll see how it shakes out in front of a jury of your peers.
I'm not even worried about the response from the government of
Venezuela,
overseas. I'm
yeah.
worried about what's going to happen from the cartel side.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
No, and this is the question of like, why are they going after Venezuela first? Because we do know the cartels, I mean, they have this python grip on Mexico. So is there maybe a domino effect of like, which domino do we hit first that makes our
You
future
think they're the
plans
weakest
easier?
one?
Yeah.
Give them the little, let everybody see the little lesson we're giving.
Yeah, I'm afraid that somebody close to one of the higher ups is going to get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid that
That the cartels are going to start doing assassination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be their style.
It would be, and I think that's a horrible thing. But at the same time, that would just cause us to double down.
And talk about no rules of war. Come on now.
Yeah.
There's no rules of war.
Yeah, but when a war really gets going, come on.
With the cartel.
Well, right. Right.
Isn't China still upset with us over the whole opium thing?
Yeah, they
Isn't
call
okay.
it the century of
So
humiliation.
are we not just trying to stop that from happening, us becoming China?
Sure. No, I
don't see the downside. You're saying, not you personally, but
Yeah.
they're saying, hey, you're shooting these boats up. Well, they're bringing drugs over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those people in the boat, you went back and killed them. Yeah, they're bringing drugs over.
Mm-hmm.
And look at our country right now. Drive through some of these big cities and the zombie effects that these drugs have on people. And you're damning the guy that's kind of at least trying to do
well,
something.
let me ask you this. If it wasn't in international waters, if it was in the United States of America and somebody's an awful...
We fight them over there so we don't have to fight them over here, Joey.
I've heard that. But I'm saying you would be against on American soil, the federal government just using drones to kill people they say are international terrorists. Like there's terror cell in Wetumpka.
No, because I don't trust our own government on our own soil.
Right.
You get them in international waters, 100% trust.
Let me put it this way, and this is where like I'm starting to break. I still lean libertarian, and like if you really don't want like murder, people getting away with murder, maybe ending governments as we know them could help. But I suspect what actually happens is the world is inherently anarchic.
Yeah.
Like there's anarchy between the United States and Mexico. There's anarchy between China and Russia in the sense that they don't have there's not one world government, thank God, that intermediates all this stuff. And so when you live in a world like that, you almost have to look at it as like gangs. Like, we're the biggest, baddest gang to ever exist as a nation.
It's really the only way you
and
could look
these
at
other
it.
gangs that are so-called nation states that are using then literal gangs in the streets. Like, you know what? If that's your plan and that's what you're doing, we're going to treat you accordingly under the rules of anarchy.
Well, according to those rules, whoever goes the farthest typically wins. So whoever goes the farthest here will win.
But then there is a good point of don't lose yourself. You can go too far in the sense that the enemy's not going to hurt you, but you wound yourself and your own credibility and these sorts of things.
Well, but I think we did that in the last probably 8 to 12 years where we had Biden presidency, where we did lots of threats. I couldn't stand the fact that old man saying, "Don't make me pull this car over."
Yeah, it's absurd. Yeah. But there's a great line, and Judge Napolitano put me onto it. There's a great film version of it out there with Robert Shaw and a few other great actors. A Man for All Seasons, about Thomas More. And there's one line from that play where, so you would cut down every law in England to get to the devil. And he's like, yep. And when you have cut down every law and the devil turns back on you, what will you use as your defense? And so there is an element of don't become a demon,
right?
And your thirst for righteousness and justice and all these things. But in a practical sense of the world of political power and these competing gangs we call nations, yeah, I'm not that too upset about
it. You got to be like Shane. You come in, you save the day, and you're right away.
Yeah, and this is the role Trump continues to play.
Shane got shot in the end, didn't he?
Shane! Anyway, 272-9228. But that's what's crazy is like the Washington Post runs and said Hegseth himself was like, kill them all, which would be like, stop drinking, buddy.
Right.
Like that would be a little
party.
much.
Excuse me, I need to take this call.
Right.
Yeah, kill them all.
No, that's just not how it works at all. There was a command from the top of eliminate threats that appear in your area of responsibility, and then you have a commanding officer, in this case, an admiral.
We got to start developing a rule that if these media sources have some anonymous source and something's completely bunked, then they should have to disclose who that source was. Like if it's just complete nonsense and it's shown, then you do have to reveal your source. Because and that's become even worse in the last decade or so, where we corroborated it.
Yeah.
Like they come out with the Russiagate thing, and then say the Washington Post comes out with the Russiagate thing, then the Times does. Then CNN goes, we corroborated their claims. And it's like, now, does that mean you had your own independent angle of verifying that?
Read their story and liked it.
Or no, or you just talked to literally the same source. So it's the same source going to all these different outlets giving the same. We corroborated. No, you didn't. You're just repackaging the same exact thing over and over again. I think it's called stovepiping. Like there's a lot of that goes on. So yeah, I think you're right. There could be some, and not by law, but just some basic standards of like, okay, if you're so full of crap and you claim not to be, you're a very straight journalist.
It might help with their credibility, like in our bad.
Right. But then, if you're Tim Dillon, like you're going to be full of crap, and it's like, I'm a comedian, man. And I'm just speculating.
Yeah,
having fun. And it all have a,
I'm not a news person. I'm a comedian.
Yeah, but it does all have a place. You can just have people spouting off, and you should understand that's what they're doing. They're just talking.
Should.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Talk radio.
Well, Joe Rogan even made that point. It's like, if you were taking my advice on COVID, like I was the expert, there's something wrong with you.
Wrong with you. Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. So anyway, in a second, I want to get into some more of what's going on. Not just how the Dells just don't look real, though they're doing a wonderful thing helping with these accounts out there. There's a great piece by the psychologist Jonathan Haidt. You might read it as hate, but it's Haidt, pronounced Haidt. He's the guy who's been studying the effects of social media, in particular on young children, in particular on young women.
Ooh.
And I mean, the numbers are astounding. This is something you've heard Senator Britt talk a lot about. And it's not just her. It's a lot of Republicans and Democrats starting to realize, I think we exposed our children to portals to hell. And especially young girls, the suicidal ideation, like just all the problems that show up. Well, he has a new piece out called The Devil's Plan to Ruin the Next Generation.
Ooh.
Definitely want to read that. Trump is out there reminding Republicans in the Senate, bust the filibuster, citing Eric Holder giving a speech saying they want to pack the Supreme Court with 21 justices.
No.
Wow.
No.
Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are apparently going to meet with Vladimir Putin today. Hopefully something good will come out of that. Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno has introduced a bill that would end dual citizenship in the United States.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I think there's
really
something to that.
Especially if you serve in any form of leadership in this country.
Amen.
And if you look at more people that do that,
right,
you'd be surprised how many of them have dual citizenship.
And maybe you could, like, you got to pick one. Like, say you're born in Germany and on American base.
Yeah.
The German government can still give you, like, you can travel, you know, all this stuff, but you can't be a citizen. You got to pick one.
I'm with you.
Or else it really does cheapen what citizenship means. Minnesota government workers wrote one of those scathing letters of all time claiming Tim Walz covered up the Somali fraud scheme. And I did love over the Thanksgiving holidays, like where Trump just referred to him as retarded. It's appropriate for that governor.
I love how earlier you told Eddie, you know, something to the effect of, well, why don't you just go live in Somalia or just move to Minnesota? Just give it a couple of years.
I think there's going to be a mass exodus from Minnesota soon.
Also, good news here. The National Guardsman, Andrew Wolfe, is responsive.
Good.
And he apparently from the hospital bed gives his nurse thumbs up, saying he's all right. Like, so thank God he's
really
pulling
good. That's
through.
real encouraging.
And Biden to receive an LGBTQ plus award and deliver a rare post-presidency speech.
Right upside the head.
Oh, man. This ought to be a must-watch TV.
I remember I watched Will and Grace, and I haven't told anybody this publicly. I started soaking cork, too. It's great.
Maybe they'll get the...
Why do you think Barack picked me?
The mix right, and he gets drugs just right.
Yeah.
I want to see him take two women's hair at the same time and smell it.
Well, it's like, sometimes it didn't get the balance right. Sometimes it was too much Valium.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like too much Adderall.
I wondered if somebody's got the shocker behind the scenes. Got the does. Hit him.
No, a lot of folks kept sharing the meme of like, is this an Impractical Jokers episode? Or it's like,
kind of
tell them to say this.
Like.
Yeah, tell them to say this next. So there's so much more. But also, you remember the scene in, I think, Home Alone 2 where Kevin McAllister is alone in New York? And what's the Plaza Hotel?
Yeah.
And Trump has the cameo. And he's like, oh, right over there down the hall.
Yeah.
And he does it up big where he orders all the room service and stuff. Somebody did the math of how much that stay Kevin McAllister did in Home Alone 2 would cost today. Just to kind of show a point of how crazy inflation, not just in the last 5 years, has gotten, but just since the 90s.
That's not exactly the place to pull that study. Just go down to Publix and
you can do it there too.
Shopping.
You can definitely do it there too. And we also have a study, the age our bodies reach a tipping point.
Oh,
yeah.
27, 28.
No.
And stop being able to quote unquote bounce back. We'll get into that.
Yeah, I think I can come up with a number on that.
I think your telomeres are supposed to
seriously
stop around 27 or 28.
Yeah, I think it is early. Like I've noticed it a little bit. Like, and I know it's going to get a lot worse. I'm one to complain. I see my grandfather. I'm like, oh my God. Like it's coming for all of us, folks. It's coming for all of us.
Shut up.
You're going to be
Some
okay.
of us a little bit closer to it than others.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
You just got to face the truth.
That sucks.
Yeah. Call this exposure therapy for the elderly. That segment coming up. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And they're at the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you out, whether you're looking to buy or sell here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. Of course, I'm talking about buying or selling houses, buying or selling real estate. Bo's been helping buyers and sellers in the Montgomery and surrounding areas, the river region real estate market, for about 50 years now. And not only can they help you with buying and selling property there at the Goodson Group, but they have management services available should you want to rent out your home. Great idea in this market. And managing it yourself, if you have no experience, is really a pain in the butt. It is worth paying the reasonable fee to the Goodson Group, and they will manage it for you. So y'all check them out online if you want to learn more. You can always go to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call direct at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Pizza Perfect is feeling jolly, offering a great deal in December. Buy any large pizza and get a medium pizza for only $5. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. Buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Get a medium pizza for $5 with the purchase of any large pizza in December at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard, Eastbrook.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. If the initial tallies hold true, it was indeed a green Cyber Monday for America's online merchants.
Adobe Analytics reports as of 6:30 Eastern Time Monday evening, Americans had already spent $9.1 billion online. That was up 4.5% from last year's Cyber Monday, and that was with another 5.5 hours to go in the Eastern Time Zone alone. Online spending was expected to peak between 8 and 10 p.m. local time, wherever that may be.
Correspondent Ben Thomas says Adobe Analytics expects Cyber Monday sales will hit $14.2 billion by the time all is said and done. Consumer electronics and clothing flew off the shelves. Following yesterday's heavy losses on Wall Street this morning, the benchmarks opened modestly higher. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Truckers, if you are looking for green grass, contact Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. In business since 1959 and still growing. Call today, 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got some chilly temperatures in our future with mostly cloudy skies today, breezy, high temperature up to about 43, but those winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour will make it seem colder. Partly cloudy, cold tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 27. Plenty of sunshine, but a chilly day on Wednesday with a high up to about 53, mid-50s on Thursday. And the next chance of rain, and it looks like a soaker, coming in Friday evening, Friday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Brighten your holidays with ASE Credit Union. Enjoy the season stress-free with our special holiday loans. Visit us or call today to learn more. ASE Credit Union, your ASECU.com, 334-270-9011. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to James. Hey, James, how you doing?
Joey, how you doing this morning?
Good. Afternoon.
My bad. I'm sorry. I've been working in the kitchen all morning, so in my mind, it's still morning, all right?
I hear you.
Okay, so bounce back. And you and I both recognize that different people operate on different time frames, all right? Much of that is based on genetics and lifestyle and how well they're nourished and what have you. So in 1966, and I got 2 points here, Joey. So in case I forget, remind me, it's 2 points I'm trying to make. In 1966, my father, who was 43 at the time, had a Webco scraper jackknife on him and crushed his left leg from his body. Okay. He was 43. Now, he was not a lizard, so he didn't grow this leg back, but he did bounce back, and he went back to doing the same kind of work that he was doing prior to losing the leg. Okay? At 43, and lived 35 years after that. Now, I believe the man is Hezekiah. He was on his deathbed, and Isaiah went into him and told him, saith the Lord, you're going to die. You're not leaving your deathbed. And of course, then the king, Hezekiah, he turns his face to the wall and prays. And then before Isaiah gets out of there, in other words, before he leaves, the Lord speaks to him and says, go back. And he gets awarded 15 more years. Now, I don't know how old he was, but that would be bouncing back, would it not?
Definitely that would be bouncing back, and there are miraculous things that happen all throughout many of those scriptures in the Old Testament in particular, and I wouldn't question that. But I'm looking at the research I was referring to. It's from a university in Canada, and it says the age is 75.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I've heard that before. You hit your 80s, and then it's But those people in Canada, what's the 5th leading cause of death in Canada, Joey?
Suicide?
Penguins. No, that's not.
It's genocide. Or
Genocide.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia.
Yeah. Well, suicide.
5th leading cause of death, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
is
crazy.
euthanasia.
It's absolutely.
If
That's demonic.
If you present with a hangnail or, I mean, you just can't make it through the weekend. They'll put you down up there. So.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty awful stuff, and I think that is a dark turn to our neighbors at the north are doing. I think some states have started a little bit down that road, like California, not quite to the same degree. There are a lot more checks, but yeah, I think it's. And don't get me wrong, I have a heart. I saw my mother in her death throes, and like, let's just say that there are moments where you go, like, this person is in such misery and whatnot, but also to give in and to be suggesting it leads into the worst dystopian, say, fears of like, oh, this person costs too much and they're 80 years old and they're not really going to survive a surgery or none of these things. So here's an option for you. I
What
hate
is
that.
it they say? The useless eaters?
Useless eaters.
Wow.
Useless eaters.
Useless
Never heard this
eaters.
term?
Useless
I have
eaters.
not.
Okay.
You have to remember now, I am a former Terry Adams listener.
Oh, sure.
Okay. That's where I picked up this term.
Wow.
Useless eaters.
I
That's what
can see that.
those on the far left, those wonderful globalists who would have us all renting and being happy with smiles from ear to ear by 2030. The the WEF and those other their minions. Yeah. Useless eaters.
All those useless eaters, just invite them to the land of the lotus eaters, and they'll waste away on their own accord.
True.
Well, you realize the purpose of doing away with the useless eaters. Then you don't have to pay them their retirement,
right,
or whatever else it is that they have been into for X number of years. The 401ks, etc.
Exactly right.
I doth babble much too long. Joey, it's my pleasure, brother. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Looking forward to seeing you in 2026.
Likewise. Appreciate it. Thanks, James.
Ta-ta. See you, James.
272-9228. Oh, that reminds me. I need to get out my my new drop because it's the Christmas season, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
I was hoping the one was with the bells.
Oh, no, we'll get to that song for it. I'll have to make some new ones.
By the
for
way, that
holiday
song you
season.
did over the weekend, little video, that's pretty good.
Oh, that was just noodling.
I just enjoyed it.
That was just noodling.
Do you have any other follow-up lines from that where he goes through my Uncle Mo, Charlie, or all the guys
No,
that he knows?
I don't have all that. I do have another little follow-up.
And a Happy New Year.
Let's go to Crawdad. Hey, Crawdad, how you doing?
Hello, I don't want to be part of the useless eaters. I wish to be useful. So I have to know, I know the location for Evangel Temple with fruits and citrus apples, and is how many days and when, because I'm going to ask people to know about this and go and helping split up some fruit and apples.
They sell out pretty quick, man. So I would try to do it, if not today, tomorrow. Get by there.
Next couple days for sure, because I'm pretty sure I'll be going.
And anybody want to split a box of apples?
I'm good, but you might be able to find somebody when you're there.
What? More than likely, yeah.
Okay, because I know what they do every year, and that's fantastic. Because one of my favorite from the book is around Galilee, the story of fishes and loaves. They didn't think they had enough. People kept coming. People kept coming to hear the Sermon on the Mount there. And they said, like, well, what are we going to do? We got so many people. I said, just shut up, keep passing, it'll blow, go that day with the fish this way and the bread that way. Everybody got it. So I want to participate, and I think that's great. If somebody's listening that haven't done this, do it one time. It's good to share.
Well, I appreciate it, Crawdad.
Take it easy,
You
Crawdad.
guys themselves. I'm still waiting on my house because those who throw stones do not live in glass houses. I need a glass house. I'm looking on the lake. I want it round with lots of glass.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Would be nice.
Yeah, man.
God bless you guys.
God
Yeah,
bless
brother.
you. 272-9228.
How was your lakeside travels?
Great. Easy. And I went up Wednesday night and came back to sleep in my own bed. It's only like hour 10.
Yeah.
And I was a little worried because I left at like 9 o'clock. Like, and it's pretty dark. I'm like, I don't know, deer.
170?
Because I'd heard about your story and my mind was thinking it.
Between Wetumpka and Lake Martin.
No, it wasn't 170. It was like
49?
22, 49. Yeah. But so I thought about it, like right as I pull out the driveway.
Yeah.
And it's that road that it was like a little isthmus or into the lake. So it was not a go fast road. But as I think about it, I'm like, oh, no deer hit me or anything. Literally runs right across the road. Oh, crap, man.
Somebody's looking out for you saying, heads up, Joe.
But then
heads up.
Actually, I noticed on like 22 and 49, there are enough people with property and stuff that it's damped it down a little bit. But yeah, I forgot about that reality of driving at night in rural Alabama. It's always a
I've almost
possibility.
hit his second one already.
Daggone.
Again, same little spot, a little bit bigger this time. Got about halfway out, and this one hit the pause button. Thank goodness.
Thank God. Like that, that can be a little nerve wracking,
frustrating. Yeah,
but honestly, driving those roads is fun.
It is fun.
A lot of fun,
especially the convertible. You got rid of that. That's a fun road through there, man.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. But I went back a different way. I can't even remember. I went more to where I would hit 85 and then go south off 85. It was a different route
through Tallahassee.
Yeah, and I like that. It was
good. Did you enjoy the place?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was massive.
Yeah.
Like it was able to sleep like 15, 20 people.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And like we had enough people where we had 3 different tables for actual Thanksgiving meal.
Did you have to sit at the kids' table?
No, I got to sit at the in-between table.
Oh, okay.
With
Well,
my aunt and
that's the
uncle.
cool kids' table.
Right.
Okay.
But then there was a table outside. It was cold. I was like,
I don't know.
ain't
I
sitting
kind of
outside.
think that'd be a good thing, but then like,
Well,
yeah,
I
it's
should have
cold,
because
man.
I ate too much brisket. They got brisket.
Oh,
they heard my pleas on the radio, and I got the meat sweats for real, like way too much brisket because I've been being good all leading up to it. I'm like, okay, time to eat, and I was like, I don't feel good.
Did you bring your eating paints?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that made it work. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving?
It was great. It was
One
great.
of the best I've had in a long time. Man.
Yeah.
I
Went
like
and hung
it,
out with my
man.
mom, and we had a great time. It was great.
Here. Well, we got to hit another break.
All right.
First, this part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing. They can help you with all your plumbing stuff.
I wonder how many people had to call them after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about like drains not working?
Yep. What's that coming up through the shower?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, could be somebody's garbage disposal after all that food cooked up just
That's the day
goes
you quit.
kaput.
Yep.
And now it stinks and it it's just nasty.
You got septic backing up in the yard. I've experienced that
forbid.
last month or so.
And then, of course, if you've got like a massive problem, like a water line leak or a gas line leak, they can fix it. And they can do it without creating a whole mess, like tearing out a bunch of drywall, digging up a huge hole in your yard. That's any problem, big or small, or maybe you just don't really have a problem with it. You want to upgrade it. You want nicer things like a taller toilet, maybe a Japanese toilet.
Ooh.
I've heard they're very nice.
I have heard that too.
I've never had a chance to try one, but I've heard it's pretty wonderful. Or maybe you are just looking to install new accessories in the kitchen or the bathroom. Cole Plumbing can help you out with all of that. So you can always go to coleplumbing.com, make an appointment there. But I say save their number, 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
Call Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's Cleaning Service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Oh, wow. Now, apparently, Pete Hegseth is answering questions live about the narco boat strikes at this cabinet meeting. Trump seems very stoic and annoyed they're even talking about it at the moment. Yeah, you can see he's holding back a little. That is not a happy face on the president.
He's going to ask somebody else, are you stupid? You ask such a question like this, are you stupid?
We had the complete authority. He sunk the boat and eliminated the threat, and it was the right call. We have his back. Talking about the admiral.
He's getting ready to redirect back to the appropriate topic.
Oh, I have a sense. Yeah. He looks annoyed that this was
Very
asked at all.
Somebody done ticked daddy off.
But just to underline the point, James went deep on it, but I think it's interesting. The saying after researchers in Canada saying once we hit around the age 75, the body can't recover as well as it once did from adverse effects. And you're like, well, what's the study? It's like they measured the health of nearly 13,000 people. So that's a pretty good sample size.
How many people in the world?
Oh, billions.
Okay.
But this is, you see those studies, there's like, we had
7 people.
We had 50 people. Like my favorite, where if women are a little dehydrated, they lose focus and all this stuff. And it was like, we measured 20 something girls. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. That's all you can take without going crazy.
But they measured the health of 13,000 people with an average age of 67 based on more than 30 attributes, including chronic diseases, cardiovascular conditions, how they performed other activities. And they used the frailty index. I didn't know that existed.
Frailty.
A tool that measures how many health deficits a person has, which generally states the well-known fact that as a person's age increases, their functioning capacity decreases. Seriously, we need studies for that? Pretty common sense. But yeah, so get ahead of it. Now, I think there are people that are aging much sooner, get into this position than 75.
Mm-hmm.
Just from choices.
Oh, yeah.
It could be genetic, but I think from a lot of lifestyle choices, you can age pretty daggone quick.
Especially if you have a stressful
Single
job.
over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A stressful job, things like that.
Oh, sure.
Got a couple kids.
Got
ex-wives.
kids, especially the
Nagging
crazy,
wife.
those crazy harpies.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good choice, Joey.
did Trump redirect? I think he did. I think he did
Are you
redirect.
stupid? Why would you ask such a question?
We know everything about them. We know where they live. We know where the bad ones left. And we are going to start that very soon, too. Thank you all so much.
Sorry, I just don't have the issue.
We've got a bunch of clips from the from that cabinet hearing ready to go if we need to go to those. But here is that story on this is how much Kevin McAllister's infamous 1992 Plaza Hotel stay would cost today.
Okay.
So inflation has soared incredibly over the last 3 decades since that iconic film Home Alone 2 aired. And it was Kevin McAllister's memorable $1,000 Plaza Hotel dessert indulgence, which ruined every 90s kid. Like, I just wanted to do what Kevin's doing. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then, making the dude dance in the shower to get the stupid butler, who that actor's hilarious and amazing, but like very, very funny stuff.
I haven't seen this in forever.
I probably need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the first one a bunch, but I haven't seen 2 in a second. So
The first one, mainly it was Justin's one of his favorite movies. So growing up, we watched the crap out of that movie.
So it was $1,000 in 92. The lavish spread, which famously included a 16-scoop ice cream sundae, would run an incredible $2,233 in today's dollars.
Whose ice cream are they using? That ain't Winn-Dixie.
Yeah. Well, as the Ritzy Hotel has kept pace with the rising cost of living, this is by a travel insurance place. Okay. Kevin, you spent $967 on room service? The dad, Peter McAllister, screams in the closing scene. His outrage so severe that his voice reverberates through Central Park. The trip from the suite to the Sunday would run $8,500 in 2025.
That's more like it.
Compared to the now measly $2,100 bill back in 92. That's a 303% spike in inflation across the bougie hotels' prices over the last 33 years. The biggest tab would be for the suite itself, clocking in at an average of $6,244 per night. Daggum. Though there are suites there at the Plaza that go for $33,000 a night. Man, talk about way too much money. But yeah, it would be a 300-something% increase. And, people are worried about inflation right now, and I get it, because you don't have to do this with the Plaza Hotel. You can do it at Publix or Food Outlet or anywhere. Like, the cost plus places are still having to go up because, everybody's having to go up. So,
what's the most you ever beat up the old mini bar for?
I've always been good. Never touched the mini bar.
Really?
I don't think I've ever actually busted a seal on a mini bar.
Yeah, I usually don't touch the mini bar. Just bring my own
guys are
stuff.
good.
I almost said something else. Bring my own stuff.
Ever got back to the room? Just
nah, man.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, I normally stop before I get there.
The hotel, by the way, now even offers up the Home Alone Sunday as an homage to the movie, to the tune of $350.
How many scoops though?
16.
I don't know, dude.
It's some overpriced ice cream. Again, just go down the street, go to some bodega, and grab you a
Man,
pint.
you can't even hardly find real ice cream anymore. Like even some of the brands we grew up on, they don't even brand themselves as the cream part. Like it's just something else.
Ice milk.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to hit another break. Second hour about to start here after a few shopping minutes. First, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings.
I got a Dillon Ring story.
Oh, really?
Went there this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Had a friend of mine's daughter with me. She'd been admiring the permanent jewelry I have.
Yeah.
So we went by there. She wanted one. We went by there and got one. She got a little turtle
a little
thing on it. Yeah. Josh did it for it.
Little charm?
Great. A little charm on there of a turtle. She's got a little turtle she calls CCC. But anyway, Josh was great. She had to stick her arm in the machine. It wasn't as easy as you and I did it.
Really?
Josh has got a machine back there. You go in the back and do it. He was able to get her taken care of very well. And a couple bucks later, man, she's a happy camper. I was able to look at all their watches, all their other jewelry there while we were there. They were busy as they could be.
Well, and what's so cool about Dillon Rings is you can go do something like that ain't going to break the bank. That's fun.
Oh,
That's
it was
charming.
great.
Literally charming.
Yes.
And then, of course, I'm looking at Leslie's inventory spotlight right now on the Book of Faces.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sapphire and diamond pendant created by Josh.
Oh.
It is unbelievable, folks. Like, it is a massive, massive jewel there. And right now for Christmas, it's on sale for half off until Christmas Eve. You can get this treasure for $2,925. So that's half off. So again, you can go do the everyday jewelry stuff, and then you can go to the highest end stuff. You could surprise, say, the wife or the girlfriend, or maybe say, honey, for Christmas, I want to have you something made custom. Let's go together and make it like a project together. If that's the sort of thing you'll get along with. You know what I'm talking about. So y'all check out Dillon Rings today. That's 119 Brown Springs Road, right here in Montgomery, just off Atlanta Highway. We'll tell you a little more about them later in the program.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the administration remains optimistic about resolving the long-running Russia-Ukraine war. Steve Witkoff sent to meet today with Vladimir Putin, pushing a U.S.-backed peace plan. Joined by Jared Kushner, Witkoff hopes to break a deadlock over territory and security guarantees. Tennessee's 7th congressional district is up for grabs today as voters choose a successor to retired GOP Representative Mark Green. Republican Matt Van Epps and Democrat Afton Ben are locked in a surprisingly close contest. Also at SRNnews.com, despite all the fears about President Trump's tariffs, the global economy, as well as the U.S. economy, doing well. America's economy looking stronger in the latest Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development forecast. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-226-5454. That's 800-226-5454. 800-226-5454.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got some chilly temperatures in our future with mostly cloudy skies today, breezy, high temperature up to about 43, but those winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour will make it seem colder. Partly cloudy, cold tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 27. Plenty of sunshine, but a chilly day on Wednesday with a high up to about 53. Mid-50s on Thursday. And the next chance of rain, and it looks like a soaker, coming in Friday evening, Friday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Investigators have released the name of a Montgomery homicide victim who was shot and killed Friday afternoon. The shooting happened just off Woodley Road in the 2600 block of Shadowwood Court, where 28-year-old Adisha Robbins was found dead from a gunshot wound. Robbins' death is believed to be domestic related. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed held his monthly media briefing Monday afternoon. The mayor emphasized that crime is down and Montgomery is significantly safer today than it was 2 years ago. Reed stated that overall violent crime is down 24% compared to 2023, and homicides are down 28%. Montgomery police have made an arrest in a domestic stabbing that left a man fighting for his life. The incident happened just before midnight Sunday at Gazebo East Apartments, where an unidentified man was stabbed in the upper chest. The victim remains in critical condition. 33-year-old Taya Battle is charged with domestic violence and first-degree assault. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Hannah, did we just really open up our own real estate brokerage?
We sure did. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group is officially here.
So this isn't just another name in real estate?
Nope. It's still us, the same hardworking individuals. It's just us leveling up to give our clients the best service possible.
More experience, more energy, and more results.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, who you have on your sign matters. So give me, Hannah Grantham, a call at 334-368-6358.
Or Eddie Bader at 334-322-0662.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Well, back into the program. 'Tis the season, folks.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here wearing his Santa
It's a gold
sweatshirt.
Santa with the gold chain.
Okay.
Excuse me for being festive.
Okay, I know. I'm got to up my game. I know.
I got a hat in the car. I'm glad I didn't wear it.
Now, have y'all run into this this duo yet? It's Jennifer Welch, and I don't know what the other crazy harpy's name is. But like the right wing term is awfuls, affluent white female liberals, and
they look awful.
They've become like the new darlings of the left because they're just vicious. You're a Nazi. And I believe in universal human rights, and you're just a Nazi with your Nazi ideas. And recently, the woman that you're going to hear speaking, Jennifer Welch, Stephen Miller, who's like the top advisor for Trump. Somebody goes, she's like, he's a Nazi and he's Jewish. He's a Jewish Nazi.
Oh,
interesting.
I didn't know that.
And she's gonna double down on all that.
If you think that my opinion that you and your husband are Nazi white nationalists is hateful, good.
Yeah, this is she's talking directly to Katie Miller, who's doing her own podcast.
That chick looks like a bird.
The wife of
There's a
Stephen.
lot of sour in that shot. Now.
Yeah.
Good, because I will stand with every American, immigrants, people with brown and black skin, and LGBTQ plus, and I will stand with them because I believe in universal human rights. I do not believe in any way, shape, or form in the cruelty that your husband is launching. He literally has masked agents going out into the streets and abducting people, sending them to El Salvador, and then, oops, our bad, then sending them back. It's will always be called out. I will never stop calling out the injustice and the cruelty and the not.
What about the injustice and the cruelty committed by cartel members that traffic people, that murder people, that rob people, that sell poison to people? How many human rights are going to be violated by you creating this corridor of death, you stupid bitch? Yep. And she continued.
Nazi style ideals that your husband has. I will never stop, ever. I will always stand for universal human rights, and I will always believe that there are so many better Americans in this country than you and your husband and the freaks that surround you all in the White House. It is embarrassing. You're sociopaths. You are literally, when I think of horrible people in this country, you and your husband are at the very top of the list. I didn't think anybody could outdo Stephen Miller, and yet you go on Piers Morgan, and then you go on Abby Phillips' show, and you're just as demented, deranged, sociopathic as your husband is.
I bet you can't find a picture of their husband smiling.
She seems pleasant.
I'd be surprised if they're married. Or no, at Thanksgiving, and this is, if y'all read my op-ed, the moment where hearing my uncles laugh again made me feel like a kid once again. Because they were playing cards, they're playing spades. The rest of us want to watch a movie, and they're like, okay, we can do both. And we're trying to find something. And my sister-in-law's dad's like, let's just do all the Lord of the Rings. It's like, Peter, you're drunk and high again. Like, I love Lord of the Rings, but we only got, it's 9 o'clock at night.
Right. Let's do all of them.
Let's do all the Lord of the Rings. Okay. But then we landed on, because it was just like, we didn't have our accounts hooked to the TV and stuff.
Yeah.
So what was up there? The other guys.
Oh, great show. Great movie,
And
man.
I bet these broads' husbands, remember the scene, the guy with the beard? Her name's Christina.
Yeah.
Get it right. You might think with the beard, but actually shaven all the way down. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting really talk about creepy, but apparently they're very popular with folks on the left now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because then the reason I played it is there is a people are responding to the right wing sort of edgelord rude boy thing where they're just doubling down on it's like we're in the French Resistance and we're fighting the Nazis.
But they're not.
But they're not.
I mean, look, what's the last fight these girls had over at Evian Water or something? Joey, they're overpaid housewives.
Overpaid housewives. Okay.
Overpaid housewives. My guess is their kids are grown or mostly grown. They got empty nests.
No, their kids are labradoodles, man.
Well, they're probably born as boys, but now they're forced to be girls, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that sort of stuff is
Yeah,
definitely going on. But I play it because this is becoming representative of a certain new media left. I told y'all it would happen. Now, my prediction is there will be much more talented and skillful people than these two.
They just need the shrill. They don't need the talent.
Yeah. No, and that's the rage gets people going.
Worried that's the woman you're going to end up with. That kind of woman.
Her name's Christina.
Exactly. Exactly.
Get my wife's name right.
Say that with respect.
But that's not all.
Oh, there's more?
So there's a special election today in Nashville.
Yes.
And I'm sure y'all have heard the clips of this woman named Ben.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sometimes destiny is in a name.
Yeah.
And you named your daughter Afton, Aftyn? Afton?
Been there, done that.
So there's all sorts of clips that have been played where she like hates. She's like, I hate the Bachelorettes. I hate the country music. I hate the whole the Broadway. I hate Nashville.
I thought they were people of love.
Yeah. And then there was one clip I saw of her like literally screaming, crying as a security guard pulled her out of a committee room because they did some protest thing at the Tennessee legislature.
It was the speaker's office, man.
It was the speaker's office.
It wasn't even a committee room.
Really?
It
Wow.
was his office.
And so like the officer's not even handling her that hard. He's just kind of dragging her on the floor a little bit, like slowly, like a toddler. And she's screaming her head off and crying like she's been beaten up or something. He's like, no, I just moved you out of the room. Calm down. But that's not the craziest thing. The clip I'm about to play, she's going to describe a dream.
Oh, Lord.
And I've heard many women, some I might even know on a personal level, decided they didn't want kids. And that is a choice everybody can make.
Sure.
And it's a choice as old as time. It really is. Not everybody is going to be a mother or a father necessarily. Right. But sometimes the reasoning of why I don't want to have a kid, some are better than others. Some reasons are better than others.
Some kids are better than
just psychoanalyzing this dream here. Okay, well, let's just listen in together.
My therapist always asks me
My therapist, of course.
to transcribe my dreams when they happen. And the recurring dream I've had is standing up in a cafeteria full of women. I don't know why I was there or whatever. And saying, I don't want children, I want power. And just screaming it at the top of my lungs.
And I don't want children, I want power. I think that's something
Sounds
demonic.
like Hillary Clinton to me. But
No, that's
whatever.
straight up. At least Hillary had Chelsea. Like, this is straight up
that's right. You had that
demonic.
one.
I don't want children. I'm having a dream where I'm in a room full of women. I don't want children. I want power.
I love how these women can't have both.
I know, because there are plenty that are pulling it off and going to pull it off even more.
Yeah, you got to make that decision.
Wow.
Well, I don't understand why you would tell that dream. What?
That dream didn't really happen, man.
Probably not, but why would you tell that? Why would, I don't tell you guys about the dreams I have about Joey sometimes.
Yeah, but
there's no reason to.
You better shut your mouth.
Hey, what'd you say?
Or I'm going to make you shut your mouth. You know how. You drip about it.
The target audience that she's trying to reach, what you said in the commercial break. I mean, she's going after a certain demographic.
Yeah.
Yep. And like that is
nailing it.
Yeah.
I got to hear that again. Hold on.
And the recurring dream I've had is standing up in a cafeteria full of women. I don't know why I was there or whatever. And saying, I don't want children, I want power. And just screaming it at the top of my lungs. And for someone who grew up with my mother telling me never have kids because you will, you'll have to give up a lot. You'll have to sacrifice professionally, which is what she was saying.
Wow.
And
Or maybe she just knew.
where I am now with seeing the consequences and the ramifications of women having kids and being in the political field and what they're able to achieve. Because we don't offer, it's like the political field hasn't met the challenge of working moms. They really haven't. But also the deeply patriarchal structures that these women
Oh, good Lord.
are involved with because they've chosen marriage and they've chosen to raise children. And I think in the South, it's incredibly difficult to shake those, especially if
Maybe women don't want to shake it, woman. Or maybe there are plenty that have also figured out how to do both.
Right.
Sometimes when you hear about like through the Middle Ages and like the Inquisition, all this stuff, like witches, that dream is straight up witchcraft.
Yeah.
I don't want children. I want power. And I'll bow down to the snake and let it whisper in my ear, and he'll give me all the kingdoms of the earth.
Yeah, I think her mother
If I just sacrifice my opportunity to be a mother.
her mother
Holy
just
crap.
recognized her nature.
It's someone not needing to breed.
Well, she's running to be the Democrat in this special election in Nashville.
Good thing it's a plus.
Does she have a chance?
I don't know.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's a plus 10 GOP district.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's a little better, but
Tim Burchett, this is I like him a lot.
yeah, I do too.
he's one of my favorite.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know. He's very casual and how he delivers a message. This is his take on this election.
Shouldn't, except it's a special election. You've got weather coming into Tennessee, and we don't, if we get a half inch of snow and it's shut the schools and raid the stores of milk and bread. And President Trump is exactly right. This is an indicator. Look, this lady was educated in Knoxville, Tennessee, my hometown. We need to wake up at what's going on. It's not these people moving in from California or New York or Chicago even. It's our own homegrown Marxists that we're bringing up. We've got to start paying attention to our base and what the heck's going on. And Matt is one of the best candidates I've ever seen. And you're correct. It does go from north to south in Tennessee. I've been in over 50 counties in the last year, and I've been all over his district. I've been back 3 different times to help him. Look, he is an exceptional candidate, but President Reagan said it best. He said, we're one generation from losing the republic. Brother, we're 1 vote series away from losing the republic. We lose 3 votes. We've already got people leaving, talking of others leaving. This is the proverbial canary in the cave. If Matt Van Epps, a qualified candidate, a district that Trump won by over 15 points, can't carry this thing, we're in trouble. Republicans are asleep at the switch. We pay attention to presidents because President Trump is a great president. We should be paying attention to him. But when it gets down to the other races, we forget about it. We forget Congress. We forget the U.S. Senate. We forget our school boards, our mayors. And then we scratch our heads and wonder, why are our taxes so high? Why are these crazy policies? It's because our own homegrown Marxists are sticking it to us, and we don't have the guts or the gumption to get out of bed and go vote. 45% of evangelical Christians, and I consider myself in that crowd, 30% of the gun owners are not even going to go to the polls. This is what happens when 12% of the population votes. This is what we get. Matt Van Epps should not even be a race. This lady is a Marxist, and she's not even a friendly Marxist like AOC.
Wow.
So the fact that Trump hasn't been on the ground there, to the best of my knowledge, he hasn't, correct?
Yeah, not that I know.
I mean, he's got to be close to being underwater if, having him boots on the ground wouldn't spike turnout for the GOP.
Yeah.
Oh, and obligatory. Of course, this lady went to UT.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Roll Tide. Had to get that in.
Yeah, man. People like, Joey, you have kids, go get married. Okay.
How many men with kids tell you that with a serious look on their face?
Not that many, unless they're like a grandfather.
Right. Okay.
And I've heard it said, but it was by a really gay guy, Gore Vidal. Like, never have children, only have grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great line.
That's very, very good line.
But yeah, everybody who's in the thick of having the kids, and like I'm seeing it with my brother and his wife. Yeah.
They look like that.
They tired.
Is warm. You just want to jump right in, don't you, Joey?
They look tired, but then also they're pulling it off great. And it's like, you can't have kids and have my sister-in-law's a freaking fellow at Vanderbilt helping take care of kids in the NICU.
I mean,
and she's going to be an amazing doctor. She already is. And it's just like, come on.
If they wanted to, they would, man.
Yeah. Right. And I think she's a big old lib. She grew up in upstate New York, but she ain't like that. Like that dream in particular makes me go, what in the world is going on in that head?
That's the product of too much social media and liberal professors and not enough love at home.
I guess.
Anyway, we got to hit some of these phone calls.
Okay.
People have been patient. Let's go to Papa B.
Hey, Papa B.
She doesn't want kids. She wants power.
Yep.
I mean, I just kind of vomited there a little bit when you were playing that. I just like, make it stop. Make it stop. I can't. I wish my grandmother was still alive. She had 11 kids. Her husband died when her youngest was maybe 6 months old in the heart of the Depression. You want to talk about a powerful woman.
Yeah.
And I'd like to take this woman down and just here, come down here and let's visit a powerful woman, because my grandmother would have slapped this woman cross-eyed.
Yep.
And put her to work in the dairy, milking cows, or picking peas or something like that. You
Right.
know, she has no idea about what she's talking about. She's just a blathering idiot.
Agreed.
And a miserable one at
you
that.
know,
Yeah.
Miserable. She's miserable, and she wants to make everybody else's life like hers. You know, why? How can these people even pay attention to this? And yet, you say that she's got a chance to win this election. Is that what you're hearing? What I'm hearing?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, from Burchett saying that the turnout might be low enough to where she's got a shot.
Yeah. Like I said, that weather holds them up.
You know, I've noticed something about the Republicans. You know, there's an intensity on the Democrat side that just does not go away. But on the Republican side, we make these great big wins like Trump gets elected, you know, and then we're like, oh, well, the world's problems are solved now. We can go on back about our lives. But it just doesn't stop like that.
No.
You know, it takes kind of I don't know, 2 or 3 election cycles to really kind of put some folks in their place and maybe get their attitude adjustment type thing. But anyway, I called about this boat being blown up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the Democrats are trying to make a big deal about this boat being blown up. And, you know, they're looking at it and say, see, he's a criminal. He's a war criminal. See, what did we tell you? You know, those 6, the seditious 6 were right. And I'm like, you know, the problem they're having is that they don't have control of the media like they used to. And they're really feeling that because there's plenty of other ways that the news can get out and say, look, you're just plain wrong about all that. You know, Hegseth did not order 2 strikes to kill the rest of them or anything like that. They're just making it up. And so, you know, to paraphrase a well-known, you know, movie saying, you're going to need a bigger hoax.
Yep.
Nobody's buying it. You know?
Exactly.
And so they're working on it, but they're working on it. You know, they're working on it. What are they going to come up with next? I don't know. But this one is dying. This one's going away, just like the ones before it. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I think they're trying. I think they're busily working at how can we manufacture something into this big old tumultuous chaos. How can we?
Yes.
How can we turn something into this George Floyd chaotic summer
that moment
of love?
Yeah.
That, you know, that's where we really had a turning point, and that's how we really did some quote unquote good for our cause. I think it's coming. I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling we're going to find out over the next year, probably within the next 6 months. What do y'all think?
I think you're right.
Yep.
And you know, hold on to your butts.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks a lot for letting me chime in.
Appreciate it, Poppy. Let's go to Simpler Days. Hey, Simpler Days.
Hey, gentlemen. You know, when I listen to Rocky Top now, it's going to have a whole new meaning because when they say that part about I met a girl on top and she was half bear and half something else, I'm going to think about her. I mean, she's going to come to mind
every time.
And if you really wanted to make a significant dent in the prison population in Tennessee, just put her in a prison on the intercom.
Yeah.
And let her read something like War and Peace, you know. Those people would never want to come back again.
You know she would be reading The Handmaid's Tale, right?
Well, that would be
100%.
cruel and unusual punishment. So,
Hey, I met a young woman one night, and she didn't have her lights on, and I pulled her over and asked for a driver's license, and I said, hold on just a second, I'm going to go run you through the system. And she said, wait a minute, officer. She said, I had a dream about a policeman last night. I said, oh, you did? And she said, yeah. She said, if you don't give me a ticket, I'll tell you the rest of the dream. So she didn't get a ticket.
Oh, what happened in the dream?
Yeah, how was the dream?
Y'all have a good day.
Thanks, Simpler Days. Yes, he's got to run. Let's go to Dave. Hey, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, thanks for the call. Oh, I just heard the crazy person there on the you were playing, and they're completely detached from reality, which he's talking about wanting power rather than children. It's like, how much more power can he have than being able to make a human being completely ruin their lives or make their lives really great? I mean, it just kind of blows my mind that people wouldn't understand that.
Yep, but there's also patterns of this in history for certain. Very old stories that talk about this sort of stuff. And yeah, forsaking children that exist or refusing to have them for some other power is a very real archetype and trope.
Oh, and I agree with you that it definitely is coming from a very dark place.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she's married to a man. If she is, I'm pretty sure he goes by them, they.
Her name's Christina. Get my wife's name right. Anyway.
Well, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, Dave.
Appreciate it, Dave.
See you,
And it's
brother.
actually my Uncle Dave who was laughing, and he just has this joyous, over-the-top laugh. He's like, "I've never seen this," and it was
It's a
great
great
watching
movie.
that
Oh,
movie.
yes.
Yeah.
Gator don't play.
One of Will
I don't
Ferrell's
know.
best, man.
I
It's
forgot
just-
Eva Mendes how great she is in
Yes,
that, and like
she's great.
and then like pimps don't
She's
cry.
always great. Yeah.
Ask Santa about that. Do pimps cry?
Pimps don't cry.
Read the necklace.
Let's go to David. Hey, David.
Hey guys, you know the demographic that will be voting for this gal in Greater Nashville is the same demographic that voted Mondamian in New York.
Correct.
You had 84% of women between the ages of 18 and 29 that voted for Mondami.
Mm-hmm.
And the average amount of time that they had lived in New York was 4 years. So you have this young demographic of the liberal womanhood who has lived in a large metropolitan area for a very short time and probably college educated, you know, at some liberal school. Their minds have been, you know, twisted into this mentality like she has. But that's going to be the make it or break it there, is how many of that demographic turns out in Greater Nashville to vote for her.
Yeah, it will be quite something, not just for Nashville, but Burchett made a good point about the majority is just getting thinner and thinner and thinner.
Yeah, because, you know, Nashville's the same as like New York. You've had a large amount
Influx.
of people from places like New York, California, you know, the Northeast in general that have moved into the Nashville area in the last decade. And so those are the people that are going to be voting for her.
I mean, this is going to turn out just to a straight turnout type operation.
Yes.
I mean, there might be some certain, you know, crosstabs on certain demographics, but I don't think that the Democrats have the base in Tennessee that they obviously have in New York. So as far as getting all those people registered to vote, that's an operation in and of itself. So hopefully with the built-in advantage of the plus 10, plus just the history of voting participation, hopefully they'll be able to squeak it out, you know, 2 or 3 points. That, I mean, it really is going to come down to who's just more
motivated.
upset and who's got the better machine. That's all a special election is.
Exactly.
Turnout.
Yeah, that's true. So have a good one, guys.
Appreciate it, David. Let's see who's on line 5. You're on there. Who's this?
Sandy. This is Sandy.
Hey, Sandy.
Hi, guys. I thought of an old saying: "The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world."
Yep.
So I'd say that's power.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. And who was that? You played a clip from a lunatic. I presume she was talking to Mrs. Trump, but she was saying how awful she was in that.
Or she was talking to Katie Miller's, the Stephen Miller's wife, who's become a podcaster and commentator.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got sort of on the end of it, and I'm like, were they in the room together? What was it?
No, it was just a rant on another podcast ever watching Katie Miller defend her husband. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. It's just scary, isn't it? All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, Sandy.
She's great.
Anyway,
she's dying to meet Troy. We got to make sure we put those two together.
Okay, absolutely. And you see why I played this, because it is like a pay attention. It's pay attention. This is happening.
The crazy thing is, it's one thing to have crazy talk like that, to hear some liberal going nuts, but to actually come out and say, look, because of the weather, we got this special election coming up. You need to be mindful. This is who we could essentially have, in leadership.
And by the way, at the same time, I got somebody sending me scripture quotes from Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, Timothy, and Titus, because of what I wrote about Katie Britt this week, all about how women should be silent in the churches and stuff. So I guess I'm offending everybody these days when it comes to the battle of the sexes.
Your piece was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I saw one of your comments where you suggested someone read it again.
Yeah, and I like Lynn a lot, actually. She's a sweet woman.
Well,
I'm like, read it again.
Well, because when I first read it, too, when I was reading through it, I wasn't
it was meant to
catching
be
your point
both. It was
at
meant to be
first, and
both.
and I remember this is Joe.
Here's a fun way to look at it. Like a cornerstone of it is the shortest sentence. Oh, the irony. And it works going in a straightforward way, reading through in a linear fashion. But think of it as like a cornerstone that's pulsing through the whole thing. So I'm, read it.
Yeah.
And, some folks, it's lost on them, and that's the fun of that game. Anyway, 272-9228, 334-272-9228. This part of the program appropriately brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health, brother. Hey, brother, are you feeling all right there, brother? Good. Ooh, yeah. This guy is a volcano of testosterone.
That one?
Yeah.
I have my moments.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I did break a machine or two.
Yeah, when he went in there, they're like, oh my God.
Now, honestly, what I was told, it did make an old man feel good, is you're cooking with gas.
Mm-hmm.
You're good to go.
Cooking with gas.
It makes you feel good in your old age,
It
right?
did, but then the other issues that come along with low testosterone, the ones that I thought I was having, they said, Eddie, you're just crazy. It's okay. You got good testosterone. You're crazy.
But they gave you other options.
They did. And they gave me actually something, especially with the sleep pattern I was having. Man, my sleep pattern was way off. I would be waking up at 3 a.m, stay up for a couple of hours and go back to bed. I had a hard time falling asleep, but I started taking a shot from them once a week. It fixed my sleep pattern greatly.
So if you want to be a gushing geyser of testosterone like Eddie Bader, and you just don't feel that way right now, you feel tired, sluggish, like you just don't feel yourself, especially as you're getting into your 50s and 60s. It could be you have low T. So get by Montgomery Men's Health. They'll create a tailored, specific, customized plan to your body and goals. And of course, it's not just testosterone treatments and ED, as well as other options many men don't even know exist. Consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. In fact, for testosterone, they have some treatments there. If you choose those particular ones, it'll make you feel better the very same day.
That's exactly
so, gentlemen, you only got one life. Procrastination can only make this worse. Call them up at 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from your local Roto-Rooter. The Tears family extends best wishes to all those in the river region this holiday season. Don't let plumbing issues turn your celebrations into a lump of coal. Roto-Rooter is a phone call or a click away for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 272-7130 or online at rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know, go.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
This Black Friday, why fight the crowds when the hottest deal is at Chad's AC and Heating? How about a brand new furnace for just $1? That's right, get a brand new furnace for only $1 with the purchase of a new AC and coil. Or just need a furnace? No problem. You'll get 25% off. And with your busy schedule, just call Chad, and tell him to sign you up for this money-saving deal before the end of the year. Call Chad's today at 784-9144. That's 784-9144.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got some chilly temperatures in our future with mostly cloudy skies today, breezy, high temperature up to about 43, but those winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour will make it seem colder. Partly cloudy, cold tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 27. Plenty of sunshine, but a chilly day on Wednesday with a high up to about 53, mid-50s on Thursday. And the next chance of rain, and it looks like a soaker, coming in Friday evening, Friday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Since we began in 1906, at CB&S Bank, we're here for you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Live local talk, the River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader, Byron Sheehy here in the studio with me today. And one cool story, it really is, we mentioned at the beginning of the show, is Michael and Susan Dell, yes, of Dell Computers, are to donate $6.25 billion to fund quote-unquote Trump accounts for 25 million U.S. kids. The pledge will see tax-advantaged Trump accounts for children too old to qualify for grants that are set to come from the U.S. Treasury. Fascinating.
Yeah.
So they're supplementing that. It will be the largest ever devoted to American children, according to Invest America. Wow. It's designed to help families feel support from the start and encourage them to keep savings as their children grow, Michael Dell told CNBC in an interview. We know that when children have accounts like this, they're much more likely to graduate from high school, from college, buy a home, start a business, and less likely to be incarcerated. The Dell's commitment goes hand in hand with the new federal government program that allows parents to open tax-advantaged investment accounts for children under 18 with Social Security numbers. Under the federal program, U.S. citizens born from the beginning of 2025 through 2028 will receive a federal grant of $1,000 to seed those so-called Trump accounts. Parents will be able to open and contribute to these accounts starting on July 4th, 2026, with IRS guidance yet to be issued. So I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea.
And I don't know why we're not doing this across the board on much more.
So many more questions. But yeah, at least we're finally getting that ball rolling.
But here's the announcement, and it kind of took away from don't get me wrong, they're doing a great thing. The Dells are doing a great thing by doing this. That's a great donation.
Joey.
But it's a little distracting when you see what they look like in their announcement video of this. So that's
what's that stuff
like,
that all
like
the
a live anime thing.
What's the stuff all the tech bros are using recreationally?
Okay.
Microdosing psilocybin?
No.
Ketamine?
Ketamine.
That's okay.
Third time's a charm.
This is Susan Dell.
That's something, man.
Is she just surprised, or she always look that way?
I don't know, man.
She kind of looks like Lisa Lampanelli a little bit.
Well, let's listen to their announcement.
This is really exciting.
Absolutely. It's a very special moment. We're making a $6.25 billion investment.
See, he doesn't look quite as weird, but still there's something a little off. Like his face doesn't move.
We got eyeballs.
In America's kids through our charitable funds.
Next year, every American child will
she
be
is
able
very
to
surprised.
get an investment account powered by Invest America.
We've seen what happens
robot,
when a
man.
child gets even.
Like Stepford Wives robot. That's what she looks
Yeah,
like.
it's weird.
That's got to be true love, though. For him to be as rich as he is and not have an upgrade model over that, no.
Oh, he might just be a weak man.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go with love.
Shaved.
And a small financial head start. Their world expands.
The real power of these accounts is that anyone can contribute. Parents, relatives, friends, everyone can help shape a child's future.
To philanthropists, companies, community leaders, if you want to be part of something truly meaningful for our kids, for our communities, for our country, join us.
And to parents and caregivers, stay tuned and get ready to activate your child's account. Every contribution can grow over the years, just like your child.
I want to see what she used to look like.
Has she blinked one time?
A few times I've been watching it. There's no way I could sleep next to that
No.
woman. I'd be afraid of my life.
Dude, look at those. I mean, they got like toothpicks holding them open. They're so wide.
She's got malicious intent.
And that.
No, I seriously want to see what she used to look
eyebrows.
like so she could have just aged gracefully and naturally. Like, because that, whatever she did.
It looks like a doll with the bangs down to her
Right.
eyebrows. And
Yeah, that don't look natural.
Stepford Wives like
she
that.
sold her soul to somebody along the way
Yeah.
or something.
Anyway.
Together, we can make possibility something every child can count on.
And that's a future worth investing in.
Did you see the huge tracts of land?
I saw those, Joey. I did. Yeah.
So they're doing a good thing, though. They're doing a great.
Okay, so
What lovely people.
are you supposed to join their organization, like contribute to that? I mean, it's not a bad idea. I
No,
think
you
that's a
can
great
contribute.
idea.
Like, say you got a
Yeah.
kid, you can contribute into that account right now.
That's a great.
Or starting
I really
in
think
26.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
And there's also talk of, instead of like bailing out, this is, I think, also what broke the shutdown to a great degree. Instead of bailing out the insurance companies to get premiums down, what if you just gave subsidies direct to people in health savings accounts? You don't like that idea?
No.
Why?
I don't like giving subsidies to anybody, even us. How about we just reform the tax code a little bit and let us keep more of our money?
Ooh, sure.
Yeah, but
you mean minus that?
Yeah. Well, I would love to be able to blow up the whole healthcare system.
Yeah.
I'm saying, the problem with something like our healthcare system is you can have your ideal, but how do you just take your first, second, third, fourth step in that direction with the mess that it is? So instead of giving tens, if not hundreds of billions directly to the insurance companies to keep premiums down, what if you loaded up everybody's health savings account that can only be spent on healthcare and stuff? And that way people can actually economize on like the healthcare they're getting.
It just as yes, I would appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people will and gladly take the money, but it seems like it doesn't really address the root issue.
True, it does take a step in the right direction, because the longest time, like you think about insurance, all that money you pay in, it's to cover potential annual costs.
And what happens when you lose that job?
Right,
And all that money
too.
you paid in.
And so instead of thinking about healthcare as like this annual thing, and it's a very complicated, weird history with doctor's insurance and patient insurance that's developed into things like Blue Cross Blue Shield and other types of healthcare around the nation, why it is done this way. But instead, get people thinking about healthcare can be built up Like you should be able to build up an
healthcare
asset,
account,
a performing asset that allows you to pull from in order to spend when you actually have those healthcare.
But I should also be able to not have healthcare if I want to. You know,
Oh, sure.
The government
Get me going on that.
Oh, no, and that would be like, but this is, I think, a good stepping stone along with pulling out a lot of the other problems that currently exist.
So long as we're pulling out some of the other problems and
Yeah.
not just putting this Band-Aid.
Well, that is the issue. And I think generally also the Republicans are just going to run into the issue of y'all are in charge. Why haven't things gotten better?
Yeah.
Obamacare.
That's the argument they're going to
It's in
make.
the name.
But I mean, they're going to try. They're going to continue to try to make that argument. But we'll see if it sticks as we go into 2026. But I always say it comes back to the economy, stupid. I don't care if you're raging. I don't care
1,000% correct. Joey.
if people actually start to feel some relief and some opportunity, and then we're going to have good things.
How long do y'all think the government stays shut down for next time?
Next time?
Like whenever it comes back.
What worries me about that is the whole we set a new record for it being shut down the
Yeah,
longest.
Bradley
So,
break the
that's-
record again.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's their new, instead of, hey, let's hurry up and get it done.
And that's going to bleed
It
over
wasn't
to
so bad.
That's going
So,
to bleed over to the primary.
Part of also the threat of
That'd be
Trump
the-
and team is the
threat.
60-day mark, that if it went over 60 days, they could permanently fire people for good. Like, and it's
and who got taken, like for certain ag, the veterans and the legislature. So everyone else is going to have to fight for theirs, I guess, January when they get back.
Yeah, it's a mess. Well, and that's the problem. As much as I can see the perspective of different folks up there operating, my heart is still with like your Rand Paul or your Thomas Massey. They're like, we don't have the money. We're $40 trillion in debt. What are we doing? I think the U.S. government just ran one of the biggest deficits in its history this last month. Like crazy. And we brought in a crap load of new revenue because of the tariffs, and we're still in deficit. And it's like, we don't have the money to do any of this stuff.
See, that's
to do healthcare, do education, do anything.
See, that's why Trump
military.
I actually think Trump had the authority under the Emergency Act.
Yeah.
Because we were so far past, man. I mean, like that's the game. That's the long-term game.
Yeah, but it's just also it could be that problems that develop over, because mention that Home Alone thing, how it's gone up 300% since the early 90s. Like and if you look at healthcare and education, it's even worse, especially higher education.
Subsidized.
Yes, exactly. Right. And okay, this problem's developed over decades, not just under Biden, like decades. How do you solve a problem that's lasted over decades quickly? My suggestion, and I thought maybe they'd follow through with it, is Doge should be like Javier Milei.
I agree.
I want the chainsaw. I want the wrecking ball. Give all the pain quickly.
Yes.
But do you think?
But we didn't do that.
We didn't
the
do that
pushback.
after
You think the pushback is what got us?
Yes. 100%. We didn't do that after the bailout in 08. And that was the same dose of medicine then that we're, trying to take now. Just had the sharp, immediate pain, let healthy growth occur after that.
Yep. But we didn't make that choice.
No, we don't make the hard choices.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. You know something about those folks, right?
I do. I know them very well. In fact, I know if you're the first-time home buyer, or especially if you're a veteran,
yeah,
these are the folks you want to talk to.
Yeah, they can walk you through the process, especially veterans who think I already used it or I don't qualify or yada, yada, yada.
So
But it's
many
not
people
true.
qualify that don't realize they do. Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, this is like the best deal you're going to get.
It is. It is the best. Unless somebody's giving you a home for $1,
right?
This is the best deal you will ever
Well, you
get
got to be a
on home.
DC politician to pull that off.
Yeah.
All right.
true.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Or Auburn coach.
and this is for buying if you're a veteran or refinancing.
Yeah.
Like look into it. Alabama Home Mortgage can guide you through it. And if you are looking for local folks you can trust that will guide you through the home buying process, if you're a first timer, let them help you there at Alabama Home Mortgage. And you might as well start the conversation today. I've been seeing national headlines. It's a buyer's market and all these things like that.
It is a buyer's market, but interest rates are steadily coming down.
There you go.
And you don't want to be the last person in line.
Right. So at least start the process,
Yep.
start the conversation. You don't have to pull the trigger today. At least get in the right position
Exactly.
so you can make the choice at the right time. Just call up Alabama Home Mortgage at 567-4223. That's 567-4223, or you can always apply online. They'll get in touch with you at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, But whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
When lunchtime rolls around, head to the place everyone's raving about, Epicure. Serving up meat and 3 specials and a gourmet burger menu every Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. You'll love the freshly made salads, the generous portions, and yes, the prices. There's even a $10.99 senior special. This isn't just lunch, it's family-owned goodness. Cooked fresh every day with recipes that keep folks coming back again and again. Epicure, big flavor, big portions, and big smiles.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. For over 21 years, Blue Water Broadcasting has been a proud part of the River region. We're not just a company, we're your neighbors. Our owners, air staff, account executives, and support team all live right here. We believe in this community, and we stand by our slogan, Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Christmas spirit here.
I hear some Prince behind this. You're listening to some Prince somewhere along the way.
I'm always listening to Prince. When I'm not even listening to Prince,
it's ingrained in you.
Yeah,
that is your.
There's literally soundtrack? In that article that came out today. There's literally a sneaky allusion to him. Every time a senator combs their hair, thoughts of the presidency get in their eyes. I'm not going to say what song it is. Y'all go figure it out.
Yes, I did like that line.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. When we kick off the final hour here in a second,
yeah,
I want to get into this Jonathan Haidt piece, The Devil's Plan to Ruin the Next Generation.
All right.
I think it is quite insightful. And you know how much, like, I've been going back and forth in the AI. I use it, but it also makes me incredibly nervous what it's doing to people already. And what people are predicting it's going to do.
The vaccine, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
they're related.
You're never gonna let that go.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Forgiveness.
I love you too much to let it go.
Forgiveness.
Shame.
Even if you don't love me anymore.
Shame.
I thought maybe a little Don Henley could change him.
I was a victim.
You were a victim.
Yeah. You were victimized.
Yeah.
Roops.
Okay, Pimp Santa. Pimp Santa. He's the wisest of the bunch.
Hey, not to go off the rails a little bit, but have you seen Ozempic Santa? What's up with all the skinny Santas here lately?
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, look around at your Santas. They're not fat no more.
I've been advertised like Temu and stuff, like sexy Santa, like where you get the sports jacket that looks like Santa stuff. And
I might have one of them ordered, yeah.
Ew.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I don't like it.
You
It gives me the creeps.
You can't trust a skinny Santa, man.
Yeah, it gives me the creeps. Well, though, for the first time in a long time, I actually do feel the Christmas cheer. Maybe it's something about like my faith being reinvigorated and these sorts of things. But for the longest time, my spirit animals during Christmas time were Margot and Todd of Christmas Vacation. Why is the carpet wet, Margot?
Just been over in Australia. Not talking to you.
Well, and you know enough about my personal life, how true that was.
So true.
It was fun. Yeah, but much more in the Christmas spirit.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad.
These days. Now, we only got like 2 minutes here, so let's jump in. This is something Trump put out. Just to reiterate, I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
but it's a long one, so I won't do full Trump voice. Obama's sycophant, the former Attorney General of the United States, who did so much to hurt our country and who weaponized the Obama administration against the Republican Party and me, that's in parentheses in all caps, Eric Holder, known as Fast and Furious, just gave a speech where he emphatically stated, above all else, the Democrats will pack the Supreme Court of the United States if they get the chance. The word is he wants 21 radical left activist judges, not being satisfied with the heretofore 15 they were seeking. It will be 21. They will destroy our Constitution, and there's not a thing that the Republicans can do about it unless we terminate the filibuster, which will lead to an easy win of the midterms and an even easier win in the presidential election of 2028. Why would the Republicans even think about giving them this opportunity? The American people don't want gridlock. They want leaders to get things done.
Right.
Terminate the filibuster and have the most successful 4 years in the history of our country, by far, with not even the hint of a shutdown of our great nation on January 30th. That last part was in all caps. Thus I said it that way. I actually like Trump's point. I agree with Trump here. I think I've seen Coach Tuberville saying this, but he's a man leaving the Senate. Go ask those people that are planning on staying or who are institutional players. It ain't happening.
Well, we got the ball. I like to make our own rules too, but eventually we have to give the ball back to them. And that's going to bite us in the butt.
Do we?
It always rolls that way.
Have to give the ball back?
Yeah.
Did we? The ball being the power?
I hope not.
No, come on, fellas.
No, but this is what they're going to do. No, and this is the thing. Democrats understand that when they get power, they do things that give them more power.
Yes.
Republicans don't seem to do that.
No.
They think you get power and you just do stuff.
And you do stuff and you get a little more money.
No, you get power and you do things that give you more power.
The other side always threatens this about the other side. Like Dems even did this to us.
Oh, yeah.
Like during whichever president.
I mean, it's always back and forth. But I don't see it didn't get us anywhere. It allows two politicians to go, it's not me, it's them.
Let's go back to the Supreme Court thing. Help me out. That would take what, 3/4 or 60% of the states ratifying an amendment
to put that many Supreme Court?
No, I don't think it requires an amendment to change it.
Well, how would they? I mean,
how would they do that?
They would break the filibuster and they would just do it.
Just push it through.
Just pass a law.
The amount of people on the Supreme Court is set by law, by Congress.
Right.
I thought it was constitutional.
This is the check on the judiciary that the legislative branch has. They can change the makeup of how many are on the court.
Make an amendment.
Anyway, we got to hit this top of the hour break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Northeast is seeing its first major winter snowstorm of the year. Schools and government offices closed around the Northeast, and officials citing potentially dangerous road conditions. Some parts of northern New England at some point expecting up to 10 inches of snow. Steve Witkoff, the White House, confirming that the negotiator is in Moscow today, presenting a revised peace proposal to Vladimir Putin. The plan addresses NATO membership in occupied regions, but analysts warn Putin shows little sign of softening his stance on those topics. Tennessee's 7th district is up for grabs today as voters choose a successor to retired GOP Representative Mark Green. Republican Matt Van Epps and Democrat Afton Ben are locked in a surprisingly close contest. On Wall Street, it's a good day for the major indexes. The Dow up 145 points. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-226-5454. That's 800-226-5454. 800-226-5454.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got some chilly temperatures in our future with mostly cloudy skies today, breezy, high temperature up to about 43, but those winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour will make it seem colder. Partly cloudy, cold tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 27. Plenty of sunshine, but a chilly day on Wednesday with a high up to about 53. Mid-50s on Thursday. And the next chance of rain, and it looks like a soaker, coming in Friday evening, Friday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
1819 News.
A meeting that was held this past Monday night by the Hoover Zoning Commission was packed out by community members who are opposed to a particular rezoning proposition. The commission ended up voting no on approving the rezoning application coming from the Islamic Academy of Alabama. The Islamic Academy was seeking to repurpose the Meadowbrook Corporate Park and turn it into a K-12 school and Muslim community center. The city planner, Mac Martin, says his staff found that the proposal did not align with the comprehensive plan first established for that corporate park. Attorney Lucas Gambino represented the Islamic Academy in this meeting, while community members turned out to address the commission for 40 minutes with their concerns over the rezoning proposition, the effects on traffic, and the precedent that it would set if a school is placed in a corporate park. The commission ultimately made a motion to deny a recommendation to the Hoover City Council. That issue could be addressed by the Hoover City Council as early as its January meeting. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
The Chelsea City Council will be holding a meeting tonight regarding a proposed construction of a Target department store on Highway 47 in Chelsea Corners Way. A developer is looking to acquire some 30 acres in that area for the project and then sell that land to Target if they commit to building a store there. The developer and Target company are seeking economic incentives from the city of Chelsea. Community members will be able to make public statements and or questions about this plan. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome back. Before we get into this Jonathan Haidt piece on the devil's plan for ruining the next generation, just came out, and this is from the man himself, Paul Feinbaum, saying, quote, "I have been deeply moved by so many people in Alabama who have reached out encouraging me to run for the United States Senate. It has been a gratifying and rewarding experience." I'm sure it has, Paul. "I am also appreciative of my bosses at ESPN for allowing me to explore this opportunity. But it's time for me to devote my full attention to something everyone in Alabama can agree upon, our love of college football." So Feinbaum is not going to run for United States Senate. Yeah, quote from the man himself. So that's pretty
good.
official right there.
Yeah, so what?
And he said he would decide after Thanksgiving, right?
You had to pray on it some more.
Yeah. No, and I love how he said it's been a gratifying, rewarding experience. Has it?
Has it?
Has it been, Paul? Because you said no. I do wonder, like, okay, who courted him, but then who was like putting out the subtle threats, if not overt threats to him? You got to wonder.
I think he was being courted from out of state, mostly with a little in-state influence, and I'm pretty certain a lot of the threats came from in-state.
And also, it could be the people courting him did a big old like oppo, like, and they go, okay, here's this, and this. You ready? And he's like, nah, I don't want to mess around with that.
I think Paul's slider, his negatives would have probably been more just things he'd been on the record with.
Yes, exactly.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to have too much physical, dirt behind him somewhere.
But why do it? I mean, why? To me, he's got an ultimate gig. He's worked his way there. Everybody loves the man to death for what he does now. Why would you throw that away to probably piss off 80% of the people that like you right now? I just don't. I don't get.
Well,
I'm with you.
He's already got the power. He
does. Really, he does. He's had the power of radio much stronger than anybody in leadership. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's still a crowded, without Feinbaum in there, it's still a crowded.
How many you got? 6 or 7 in there?
Steve Marshall, Rodney Walker, who I still would like to talk to. I have not met Rodney Walker before, but some of the early ads coming out, I definitely want to talk to the guys.
Okay.
And that's 2, Steve and Rodney. Morgan Murphy.
Yeah.
Jared Hudson. Barry Moore.
That's
so
5.
Okay. And there might be something I'm leaving out, and I apologize.
No, I think there is one you're leaving out because I counted 6 yesterday. Oh, but I can't think of a name for the life of me.
Yeah, I'm drawing a. You know Byron?
Man,
the full list.
Lane Kiffin, is he running for that too?
Man, how cold blooded is that? I'm not even
How
that
can
into
you
college
not
football.
expect that from
No,
Lane
I did.
Kiffin? Come
I
on.
did. But also, it's like $100 million or something over several years with NIL money. Like, they are essentially saying, these are the rules. We're going to exploit them to the hilt.
Yeah.
And Lane's the perfect guy to do it.
You're not kidding me. LSU is fixing to be.
And apparently there's some
heck of a
deadline.
powerhouse.
He had to make this decision. So, okay, sorry, Ole Miss. Even though, they'll probably be in the playoff.
They won't let him coach.
I should know a little bit more about the advantages other than the recruiting base. Like, how much more money as a university does LSU have than Ole Miss? In NIL specifically.
Probably.
I would think a chunk
magnitude
more,
of order, if not a little more.
But also, if you're a football player,
oh no, I know
you want to go to LSU.
I know the footprint.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to recruit outside your state.
You don't,
right?
You don't.
Well, but then also, I think it's 25 million in NIL, and it's just like literally, we're gonna go buy players at the port.
Yeah.
And we got to sell the team. We got to sell like our vision and all this
Don't
other
worry about
stuff.
that. We're buying players,
But
baby.
we're treating this. These are what the rules allow. We're going for it.
Well, I mean, there's only really 2 SEC schools that have generational wealth like that. You know, Texas being one.
Texas, definitely.
And I think you could make a strong case, and don't laugh at me when I say this, like Vanderbilt. Like as far as having a true financial.
I mean, Bama doesn't have
base,
that?
yeah.
Tuscaloosa doesn't have that?
I would think Alabama would, but
more
not on
than
that same
Ole
level.
Miss or
Okay.
Auburn or Georgia or anywhere like that.
That's
I'm
fair.
talking about like
That's fair.
Commodore money.
Yeah. Florida wouldn't have that?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Not yet.
Texas oil money.
But you would think Texas, though, for all the money they got
a lot.
They should be I'm telling you, they should be a lot better.
Well, they get a few more knuckleheads.
I know that
because
they're
of the
not too
bases.
far away, but they should be.
And
a
this is the
lot
thing.
better.
It's like you can spend all the money. You've seen like just skip over to a different sport. The New York Yankees always spend a ridiculous amount of money to have a great team.
This is true.
Do they always win the World Series? No.
All right, but let's play the flip side of that. How many small market teams win the World Series? Most of the time, it's one
It
of
is
the
a big market, yeah.
top
It's gonna be a
payroll
big
teams.
market, yeah.
Most of the time.
But and it's kind of a shame that we're talking about college football in this way, though. And in
I
a way,
don't like it either, to
I
be
do like
honest.
the expanded playoff. I think that's cool.
Yes.
I have always kind of been a supporter of name, image, and likeness in the sense of like when they do use your name, image, and likeness, I think you should be compensated.
Okay.
But there definitely needs to be some tightening of like when you make a commitment.
That's my thing.
You got to stay.
Right.
Like this jumping into the portal every year thing is, I think, what is the
And
screw
it's going to just cause more and more chaos.
They need to tighten the window and actually hold the kids to their
They
contracts.
do. I think they do. I don't like the fact that you can jump every season and just they didn't play me. I'm out.
Anyway, Feinbaum not getting into the United States Senate race.
Good deal.
I have to tell y'all off air something I know.
Oh,
that
nice.
I was told that from behind the scenes. I think you might know it from the folks we run in some
What, he wears a
circles.
toupee? I knew that.
No, somebody was already predicting this. A prominent person behind the scenes, and the way the person said it is kind of funny. Anyway, 272-9228. Let's quickly go to line one here. You're on there. Who's this?
What up, Joey?
What's up, Duke?
Hey, Duke. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How about Eddie?
I'm hanging in here
And
like
my
a hair in a
man?
biscuit.
I know it, boy. One thing about Feinbaum now, Feinbaum, I don't think he take orders telling him what to do too much. You know, he kind of hot-headed.
Well, he's been on top for so long. It is
Yeah,
kind of
that's
hard
what
to
I'm saying.
take
You
some
know, he
orders.
like to talk back. But back to Ole Miss. Now, Ole Miss was exposed when they let Judkins go to Ohio State and help them win the damn national championship. Huh?
Yeah.
They didn't want to kick out any money, I heard, to keep the boy at the time. Or they lied about something they promised him, okay?
Yep.
For his money. And Ohio State dangling that money in front of him, like the dope boy through the field. And he just took off running.
Yep.
So Ole Miss was exposed about spending money. So that's why Lane got the hell on. Probably one of the days. I don't know.
Oh, it come down to money, but could you, not to be funny, and this is going to be sadistically said, but could you be a bigger whore?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but for that amount of money, you ain't going to be a whore?
I couldn't say no. I would be the bigger whore too. I mean, geez, but I wouldn't have played so hard to get.
You know,
you drop that dime.
like
Gator don't
you
play
like-
that.
Sorry.
It's like he wanted to play when he can't recruit, you know. He looked at everything, okay? Then the fan getting all swole up and mad and
Oh yeah, they booed him when he
and all
left. That was funny.
yeah, but they you know.
I don't know. I
It
would,
wasn't
I
their
would like to
politics.
think I would have enough earnest at that point in my life, in my career. I could say, you know what? This team has treated me right. I want to continue, and I want to make this something. Not be known as the biggest hoe in college football. And I guess he's already known for that anyway, but still.
How long does loyalty last?
College football, SEC? as long as your last win.
So they would have cut ties with him if he would have had, 2 bad seasons.
Ole Miss would have probably given 3, but yeah. Oh yeah, but
and the kids nowadays, like they're walking whenever they, don't even get enough playing time, or someone gives them
it's true too.
But one more endorsement.
What's the name of that song? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, that's it.
You win all the national championship. They wanted to get rid of Saban one time when Auburn whooped them.
I remember that. Those were good times.
They want to get rid of Saban at once upon a time.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I remember Saban's first year.
You should have listened more Fine Ball.
See, I was mad at Fine Ball because he cost
Tim
Tim during that governor's race. Well, Tim cost himself.
You wouldn't take a Fine Ball job, dude?
I wouldn't take a job at Bama, being a coach at Bama. No.
Why not, man?
These fans are idiots up there. You know how these
Yeah,
fans
but they
at
forget
Bama
about
up there,
you
man.
a year after you're gone, and you still rolling in the money. Ugh. I don't know.
What do you think's more dangerous, like running for Senate or being the head coach of University of Alabama? Yeah,
Alabama with a losing season, definitely the coach of Alabama. Yeah.
I got to sit there. Yes, sir. You know them Bama's. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
They
don't
want to get rid of. I
tolerate
had one to tell me.
shenanigans.
I had a guy to tell me last week. I don't know if I told y'all already, but before the Auburn game, this guy told me, said if Alabama loses this game, that the boy got to go.
Oh, that was.
Oh yeah, that was out there.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that he was saying he was going to go. Not
Oh,
we
really?
were saying it. Like he was already allegedly
He's ready to go?
Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
I'd heard the same thing. I didn't know that was
So
real thing.
that's what I'm talking about. See,
No
that's
loyalty.
one job, and
Can't have nothing.
so I don't blame these coaches. I don't blame some of these coaches. I get the hell on too.
Yeah, but man, I mean, how much Lane Kiffin? You think there's any way, shape, or form he's hurting for money? At this
ain't
point in
he
time,
ain't
money is
for the
going to be your motivator.
He didn't leave for the money by himself. Now he wanted. That's a better job.
I think it's a little both. I agree. It's a better gig, more prestigious gig.
Yeah, but
and easier recruiting. But also, it's a bunch of money, man.
What if you could take Ole Miss
He got to learn how to eat.
consistently to the
He got to learn how to eat a lot of crawfish and all that, and boudin, how would
sausage.
Yeah.
You ever have any in Dewey?
You know.
Go to Jazz Fest.
Beignets.
Oh, them beignets are good.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
But it's Lane Kiffin. He's more of an LSU guy. He's a party guy.
Not anymore.
Hey, that's it to start back up, baby. Don't think that ain't fixing to crank up.
So that yoga was only for Oxford.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get some hand
Yeah, I don't know. I can't prove this, but I get Don Henley vibes from Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
If you've heard the stories about Don
Yes.
Henley.
So Joey.
Yeah.
You get lucky on your birthday night last night, young man?
Nah, man.
Huh?
I've chosen voluntary celibacy for a time being.
I tried to take him out, but he turned me down.
No, you didn't.
I was going to take him to the strip club in Dothan. It's at a
Didn't
house.
even
They
offer
closed
me.
up.
Oh, they closed the one
They
with
closed it
the,
down?
with the vinyl sign?
You
Yeah.
talking about the two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the house.
Oh, man.
Where's this strip club at?
Apparently ain't there no more.
It's now mobile.
That's right. It's on the road.
It pulls up. It's kind of like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Kind of like food truck.
Right.
Just shows up.
Right. And they're ragged, man.
Who are you talking about? Wiregrass
What kind of lies have politicians telling today, man? I haven't been over here. I've been on and off. Just the morning show earlier.
We were playing a little
Kinda
earlier.
laughing.
This woman running for Congress in Nashville,
Ooh,
special
yeah.
election today. It's one thing for somebody to say, I don't want to have kids. And a lot of people have reasons why they're not going to have children. She literally says, Duke, in some interview, I had a dream. My therapist was telling me to start documenting and putting down my dreams. I had a dream I was in a cafeteria full of women, and I stood up on the table and shouted at the top of my lungs, I don't want children. I want power. So I don't know if that's a lie, but that's bat crap crazy.
Crazy. Especially
They must have been hanging out at Tuckweiler. They were hanging out over there at Tuckweiler prison or something, wasn't it?
Ooh, sugar.
There's some stories about Tutwiler.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Duke, I appreciate the call, man.
Take it easy, Duke. See you, brother.
Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Soldier boy.
Hey, Soldier boy.
It's kind of hard to follow Duke. It's hard to follow Duke. Thank goodness.
Indeed, it is.
I'm going to try my best, okay?
All right.
Let's talk about Lane Kiffin, for example, okay? A friend of mine, she graduated from Tennessee. And you know what she told me this morning? She said, good riddance. She said, they're going to find out the same crap. Remember in Tennessee when he played 1 year there? 1 year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a short-lived thing.
Yeah.
And Tennessee is not a small job either. It's a pretty prestigious job in SEC, Tennessee, you know? It's got to be in the top 5, okay? But he left them cold. And I like when he got fired on the ramp next to that private jet when USC fired his butt up and told him he could look for another job someplace else. That man's been, 5 different coaching jobs in the last 8 years?
Something like that.
And I'm kind of happy he didn't come to Florida. You know, I don't know anything about our coach from, was it Tulane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from Tulane.
Somewhere.
But I tell you one thing, I am glad we don't have it. Because, you know, for a while, he separated from his wife and his family, okay? Well, his wife at least. And he had a girlfriend, and she was going to, Ole Miss.
Yes.
And that was the edge. I thought, well, they're going to stay, you know. Then he went back to his wife, I see, this year, and got back to his family life and everything. So I guess he's got no connections with Ole Miss anymore.
His daughter's still a student there.
I figured she was still going there, yeah.
Well, she won't finish her degree. They won't transfer her the courses. So I tell you one thing. I want to see how long, I bet the betting odds are right now in Vegas, how long he's going to coach there before he's fired.
Well, I think he's there for at least 5 years. I think he's there for
because, I mean, that is a heck of a contract.
Yeah.
Somebody told me in his contract, even though he left, if they make it and win a national championship, he still gets that bonus of $1 million in his contract.
Oh, if Ole Miss does?
If Ole Miss, that wouldn't surprise me with the verbiage, yeah.
That makes sense.
He wanted to coach him. And
Doesn't Auburn's coach have that same stipulation in his? If he wins a national championship, he's getting $1 million?
Yeah. And then he's getting, I think, like $400,000 or $500,000 if he makes the playoffs, and he's going to make that pretty much. And he was going to get an extra $500,000 if he played in the SEC championship game. There's bonuses all the time for these coaches and everything. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing that it's the only place I know where you can get fired from your job or quit and get money. Wait a minute. He's not going to get bought out, is he?
Oh, Lane? No, he didn't get bought out.
No, because he just sign a contract longer for the Ole Miss?
I think his contract was up.
Yeah, but I heard he had signed it.
Oh, I don't know. That I don't know.
Because I would have been interesting if that LSU job didn't come and open up where he would have went if he would have went. But did you watch the video of the people booing him when he was getting on the plane to go to LSU?
Yep.
That was hysterical, man.
I mean, that was hysterical.
I mean, you got people that are driving up that nothing better to do with their lives go out there and they were pissed.
That's college football, baby.
There was one report that some fans tried to drive him off the road before he even got to the airport.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me, though.
It wouldn't surprise me. Again, college football coaches, how many times, and we've known a few of them that said, I'm not leaving. And all of a sudden.
Somebody told me that. Here's my question is I heard LSU's governor, not LSU, but Louisiana's governor got involved.
Oh, the way their board's set up, or there's something to the effect of the governor has the final say.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, like at the press conference, he said, like, the next time I will be making this decision, he won't.
Interesting.
You hear what happened in Florida? He went to the athletic director and told him he wanted extra, he wanted this and this person and this, and they told him no. He wanted too much power, and LSU was willing to give it to him. And that's why Florida,
as long as they're winning, they don't care.
Do you think Nick Saban had something involved? And so did is it Pete Carroll?
I don't know if it's Pete Carroll.
What about Pete?
Yeah, he got advice from Pete Carroll.
Oh, advice?
Well, he's been coaching a while. He's pretty good.
Said,
still in the NFL.
Yeah, but you think he's going to be there for 5 years, huh?
Yeah, I think minimum 5 years. Because you get the whole, I got to have my team. But, It gives you 4 years right there.
The thing that I want them to fail so bad, but it's going to be hard to. First of all, you got the LSU, machine there.
Yep.
Second of all, those boosters got so much freaking money, it's pathetic.
And
they can buy
Lane
that.
Kiffin knows how to spend it.
And he knows how to coach too.
There'll probably be an
What I'm saying-
NCAA investigation year number 7.
Well,
and
also,
that'll
it
be,
makes my
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say. No,
yeah.
that's what I was about to say. How long has this been going on in some form or fashion? It's
Yeah.
now just in the daylight.
Well, now you actually have
Do
to
you
get
think
caught
there's
with
gonna
like
be-
prostitutes and stuff. So, yeah.
I think this is as much about
you-
brand as anything
Yeah.
else.
Well, wait a minute. Wasn't that the coach from Auburn? What's his name?
Comrade?
No, the last Auburn coach football. What's his name?
Oh, Hugh Freeze?
Yeah, didn't Hughes Freeze get in a little trouble with some lady friends?
With some girls that he used the company phone to call that he shouldn't have, but yeah.
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 Hey, who was that Alabama coach that used the business company card in the strip bar?
Price.
I always want to say it's Franchione. Why I always want to say it's Franchione?
He was a rube who thought Texas
He
A&M
didn't
was a
even
better
coach
job.
one game, did he? He
Say
didn't
what?
get a chance to coach one game, did he?
No, he was in and out.
He was in and out.
Well,
So what lessons
well
have you
played,
learned with
Eddie.
this? Hey, what lessons have you learned from college football? A, you use a burner phone if you're going to call some ladies. And number 2, don't drop the business card in a strip bar.
Yeah. And don't believe if your coach says he ain't leaving. These coaches.
You think he's going to take any of his players with him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you, man? You can do that now.
Yep. Well, Soldier Boy, I got to hit a break here. I appreciate the
All right,
call.
man. Later,
See you,
guys.
Soldier Boy.
Like, I honestly know very little about college football, but happy
If
to
you
take
think
calls on it.
wrestling has got some dramatics in it here lately,
Oh, I
especially this
know.
year,
I
college
hear you, man.
football.
I hear you.
A lot like politics. Big money's ruining the game.
Oh, so true.
Look what I did.
This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. You like having a squirrel in your attic?
Not really. It's not one of my favorite things.
What about like a bird nesting up there?
Not really. Again, not one of my favorite things. The squirrel will start chewing through the wires, and you hear them at night while you're trying to sleep, and you think you've got a
Mhm.
burglar, and it's actually worse than a burglar. You've got a squirrel up there.
And then what if you're like seeing little droppings? Like you don't see anything, but you see these. What are these little brown things?
Those are not chocolate flavored Kit Kat or Tic Tacs.
Or sprinkles?
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Mm.
They're actually droppings from a rodent that is enjoying your house right now.
Though I suspect it tastes the same as actual sprinkles.
Hey, you're gonna make me try one.
Please don't. In fact, if you do see this, folks, this is why you need to call Pest Pro Services and ask about their wildlife control
Yes.
service. They're got you ready to go for the winter months.
Yeah, this time of year.
If you got something already in there, like a squirrel or a mouse, whatever, they can get it out of there. They can seal off any entry exit points. And of course, they'll do a whole checkup around the surrounding property to make sure there's not something that you just didn't think about, that you're unaware of, that could be attracting these things in the first place. And so maybe you already have a relationship with Pest Pro. You're already on their monthly subscription model. Add on to it for especially the winter months, wildlife control service, or just call them direct. Start up that relationship at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. Or you can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces. When you want to know, call a pro. That's Pest Pro Services. And be sure to tell Ashley and that fantastic team that Joey and Eddie and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. 272-9328. I honestly don't have that much time in this segment, but I do want to set this up.
Set it up.
Again, this is Jonathan Haidt, now pretty well-known psychologist who specializes in seeing how the effects of technology have been on children in particular, especially young girls.
Mm-hmm.
He writes, earlier this year, someone started a viral trend of asking ChatGPT this question. If you were the devil, how would you destroy the next generation without them even knowing it? Chat's responses were profound and unsettling. I wouldn't come with violence. I'd come with convenience. I'd keep them busy, always distracted. I'd watch their minds rot slowly, sweetly, silently. And the best part is they'd never know it was me. They'd call it freedom. As a social psychologist who has been trying since 2015 to figure out what on earth was happening to Gen Z, I was stunned. Why? Because what the AI proposed doing is pretty much what technology seems to be doing to children today. It seemed to be saying if the devil wanted to destroy a generation, he could just give them all smartphones. My work over the last decade has centered on one question. Why did the mental health of Gen Z, the cohort born between 1996 and 2012, plummet in so many countries starting in the early 2010s? I first focused on the role of overprotection, that's coddling, but since then, there's been a growing body of evidence implicating technology, particularly smartphones and social media. So borrowing from the cybersecurity concept of red teaming, the practice of hiring an entity to pretend they are the enemy, seek out vulnerabilities, and hack into a network or organization, I decided to ask ChatGPT myself how its quote-unquote devil would stunt adolescent development in the digital age. Because what better way to stop the ongoing invisible corrosion of the human spirit than to get in the devil's head? I think I'll leave it there because I do have to hit another break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie right there at Dylan Rings. I love that little story you told earlier.
Dude, it was great. I sent you some pictures. You'll probably recognize the girl that's in there with the charm and all.
Oh, no, I knew from Triple C.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember.
It was, dude, it was such a great experience. There was not many people in there when we got there, so we had some personal service, which was great. But it was also good to see people that did come in. They knew who we were.
No.
It wasn't like Josh was meeting new customers. It was like family coming and going the whole day. People picking up jewelry, dropping some off for repairs, which, again, I kind of got to see the laboratory in the back. And, yeah, I could see why some people, I saw some jewelry that really did need the spa bath.
Yeah, and they can help you across the board. And especially, I know gentlemen, men, like to procrastinate on the Christmas shopping thing. Like I get it. I do the same thing.
Well, we do.
But what if instead you go buy a Dylan Rings and you come up with some great Christmas gift solution? It could be buy something brand new. It could be
easy too.
Actually, like sneak away some of that jewelry that you know your wife loves to wear often and get that spot treatment done. or it could be you want something made custom and you can like do it together. It doesn't even have to be a surprise.
Really cool,
or you could go do like a lot of these charm bracelets and these sorts of things as stocking stuffer, especially for the younger girls in your family and in life. Maybe your daughter or niece or something like that. The idea is just stop by. They have amazing discounts across the board, from everyday jewelry to high-end pieces and all sorts of services you can think of when it comes to your jewelry. Just stop by at 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway, and be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. When you call Alabama Home Mortgage, you will immediately see the difference in pricing. Not only do we offer the most competitive rates, but our closing costs rank among the lowest in the industry. How do we do it? Because we can. We do not have the overhead that big banks and lenders do. Those big banks and lenders have big expenses. And what do? They pass those expenses along to you. Meanwhile, here at Alabama Home Mortgage, we receive wholesale rates which result in big savings that we pass along to you. Don't pay more for less. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our rates and pricing are just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
It's Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Second day of meteorological winter, and it sure feels like winter out there. Partly cloudy tonight, a little breezy overnight. Low temperature falls to about 27. It's a chilly day tomorrow with sunshine, high 53, mid-50s on Thursday. The next chance of rain, and it looks like a soaker coming in Friday evening, Friday night, into at least part of the day Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
At CB&S Bank, we've been meeting the needs of our customers since 1906. Need help setting up new business goals? Our line of commercial loans can help you achieve them. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And so to pick up where I left off, this psychologist who has been, looking at this issue for a while, decided to ask ChatGPT how its devil would stunt adolescent development in the digital age. It began If I were to think this through as a thought experiment, imagining the devil in a metaphorical sense, the most effective way to destroy the next generation without them realizing it would be through slow, invisible corrosions of the human spirit rather than obvious attacks. Well, it's on to something. Jonathan Haidt writes, I approach spirituality as a social scientist who believes that whether or not God exists, spirituality is a deep part of human nature, shaped by all sorts of cultural, natural selection, other things, and central to human flourishing and self-transcendence. Our quote-unquote better angels call us upward and out of our daily concerns. Our inner demons pull us downward, where we become more selfish and easily tempted. In the anxious generation, I devoted a whole chapter to spiritual degradation because so much of life online pulls people downward. Growing up online, kids learn to live in ways that directly contradict the advice given to us by the world's great spiritual traditions: meditation, forgiveness, and sacred boundaries that must not be transgressed. Forget about it. Online kids get constant stimulation, pressure to judge others instantly, and videos showing violations of every conceivable taboo. You can see a sudden change in the spiritual health of young Americans in a long-running national survey of high school seniors who were asked whether life often feels meaningless. The figure below shows the percent who answered that they agree or strongly agree. The numbers were low and even declining a bit back when Gen X and millennials were in high school. Oh, that's me. And like, y'all. Oh, cool. But as soon as Gen Z entered the data set around 2013, meaninglessness surged. And you're talking about 30% of girls said life feels meaningless. 24% of boys said it felt meaningless, up from more around a little like 12, 13%. Pretty nuts. In the rest of the essay, I reprint ChatGPT's 7-step plan in italics, followed by my own commentary. But let's just focus on what the devil, ChatGPT playing the devil, said.
All right.
1, erode attention and presence. If young people can't focus deeply, they can't learn, create, or love well. The subtle trap is to addict them to constant stimulation, endless scrolling.
Yeah.
Eddie's looking at his phone.
Yes.
It's not just kids, by the way, folks. Endless scrolling, notifications, microburst of dopamine. They'll feel busy, quote unquote connected, even informed, while in reality, their capacity for sustained thought and presence erodes. They won't know what they've lost.
Disagree.
What do you mean?
You can multitask.
Number 2, confuse identity and purpose. If you blur the sources of meaning, family, community, nation, faith, vocation, young people drift. They'll be encouraged to seek identity as endlessly fluid and performative. Sound familiar? Constantly managed for external approval, likes, followers, instead of rooted in enduring values or commitments. This makes them malleable, anxious, and dependent on external validation. I'm skipping over, again, this is Jonathan Haidt, Haidt. If you want to read his commentary in depth, you can find it pretty quickly online. The devil's plan to ruin the next generation. Number 3, flood them with information, starve them of wisdom. ChatGPT playing the devil said, make everything available instantly, but strip away guidance about how to weigh, sort, and interpret. Give them infinite answers without teaching how to ask good questions. In that haze, truth and falsehood feel equally slippery, so cynicism becomes natural. A generation that doubts everything believes nothing. Number 4, replace real relationships with simulacra or something like that. Simulacra. Encourage digital substitutes for friendship, love, and intimacy. People will accumulate connections, quote unquote, while feeling lonelier than ever. Superficial bonds are easier to monetize and manipulate than the deep ties of family, friendship, and community. The tragedy is that they may not realize what real connection feels like. Didn't I just write about this with the 6-7 thing?
I believe you did.
And a few other things I've been writing lately. Guess I'm on the right path. Number 5. Normalize hedonism, pathologize discipline. Convince the children that comfort, consumption, and self-expression are the highest goods, while restraint, sacrifice, and long-term commitment are oppressive. Sounds familiar to that lady running for Congress in Nashville.
Yeah.
That way, they'll celebrate indulgence while mocking tradition and discipline, the very things that build strength and freedom across generations. By the way, that lady running in Nashville said I just don't like it when they pray in the legislature. Like, you don't have to join in, but if you're bristling at prayer,
Right.
maybe there's something else deeper going on. Number 6, undermine trust across generations. Sow suspicion between parents and children, teachers and students, elders and youth. If every authority figure is portrayed as untrustworthy or obsolete, the next generation grows rootless, cut off from inherited wisdom, and forced to navigate the world with only the guidance of peers and algorithms. Yeah, we're getting there. Now, before I go on to number 7, Jonathan Haidt actually quotes, Edmund Burke made the case for the necessity of vertical transmission in 1790. This is what Edmund Burke said all those years ago. We are afraid to put men to live and trade each on his own private stock of reason, because we suspect that the stock in each man is small, and that the individuals would do better to avail themselves of the general banking capital of nations of ages. Makes a lot of sense. Like this whole idea, you've got to create yourself just out of nothing.
Right.
Ex nihilo. Like instead, no, like read the Bible, read the classics of literature. Maybe don't read anything. Go learn to fish. Go learn to hunt.
Remember where you come from.
Yes, like not just what's in the textbook, but like learn the lore in your family and all this stuff. Like the stories that nobody else is going to know. And yes, play into the huge repository of wisdom and knowledge, as well as all the mistakes, things you shouldn't do throughout history. And, you know, I had family members who are more secular, still don't believe there. I heard you got more devout and stuff. I'm like, I guess, but I'm like, please read my stuff, because often I'm trying to show that a lot of things secular people take for granted. It's like, it makes a lot more sense. And this stuff has been talked about for thousands of years, guys. And they didn't get to these points of view by the scientific method.
All right. Didn't come overnight.
Now, number 7, the 7th way that the devil is going to go after the next generation and ruin them. If every experience, play, art, sex, spirituality, even friendship, becomes commodified, then nothing remains sacred. Young people may mistake consumption for meaning, never realizing that depth requires some things to be beyond price. There you go. Chat closes the plan with this epilogue. In short, if I were the devil, I'd destroy the next generation not by terror or violence, but by distraction, disconnection, and slow erosion of meaning. They wouldn't even notice, because it would feel like freedom and entertainment. Jonathan Haidt then writes, those 3 terms, distraction, disconnection, and the erosion of meaning, summarize the devil's project. In order to defend young people, we need technology in childhood to promote the opposite: focus, connection, and meaning. Basic phones and e-readers generally confer such benefits. But as we look back on the devastation of adolescent mental health, relationships, attention, and meaning that has occurred since 2012, I think we are forced to conclude that smartphones, tablets, and social media have been doing the devil's work. In the happiness hypothesis, I wrote that happiness does not come from outside, from getting what you want, nor does it come primarily from within, from accepting the world as it is. Rather, it comes from between, from getting the right kind of embedding or relatedness between yourself and others, yourself in some kind of productive work, and yourself in something larger than yourself. Those embeddings take time and commitment. They grow slowly. They are less likely to grow to maturity when children go through puberty on smartphones and social media platforms. So if we want the next generation to develop focus, connection, and a sense of meaning, we must delay the onset of the fully online life until the end of the period of rapid culture learning and brain rewiring known as puberty, which is over for most kids by age 16 or 17. That was the goal of the 4 norms I proposed in the Anxious Generation. No smartphones before high school, no social media before 16, phone-free schools, bell to bell from K through 12, more independence, free play, and responsibility in the real world. When enacted together, those 4 norms roll back the phone-based childhood and give children time and opportunities to play, develop friendships, read books, grow a stable identity, and learn to pay sustained attention. We can save future generations from spiritual devastation. We can bring down those high rates of agreement that life often feels meaningless. We can and must defeat the devil and reclaim childhood in the real world. And though Haidt is continuing to do this as sort of secular psychologist, no, it's also, I would add to that prayer. It helps a lot with focus. It helps a lot with realizing there are things beyond you. If you really think about the stuff that influences you, how much you're not the master in your own house in that skull of yours. Right. And there's all sorts of things. And when you realize it's not just, oh, if I were the devil, it's like, no, the actual devil is at work. You start to become aware that you're not the first to see these temptations or these sins as a thorn in your flesh. Again, if you want to read the full thing, I skipped over a lot of the psychologist's analysis, which is brilliant. It's called The Devil's Plan to Ruin the Next Generation by Jonathan Haidt, Haidt. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Hello, I'm Johnny Sullivan from Sinclair's Restaurant. We're almost 27 years, and our business is as good as ever, and I give credit to Blue Water Broadcasting for keeping us on the air and letting people know what we do. Advertising with them has been a huge help to our business. I've seen an uptick from day one. If you need to grow your business, I highly recommend you give them a call.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles, Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Man, I am great. How about you guys?
Pretty good.
Great.
Y'all have a good long weekend?
Oh, yeah. I had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We did too. I thought I might have re-broke my foot again, but I went to the doctor yesterday and he said, nope, you didn't re-break it.
Darn, Ray.
So besides that, well, it was Angie's fault.
Was you having to put your foot down?
No, we were catfishing. We got a pond beside the house and we were catfishing. And we were sitting there talking and I saw the chickens go into the coop and I said, hey, I'm going to go lock up the coop. And I'm not the best patient. I don't wear this ankle brace boot or whatever it is if I'm home. So I had my little muck boots on. I walk around, put the chickens up. And when I'm coming back around, I see Angie walking to the house with Emma and Sailor. And I look over and I see my rod floating across the yard going to the pond. Why would you walk off and leave the reel?
Got one job.
It wasn't a Zeppo 33. I spent $100 on the rod, the real part. And I take off screaming, running to the pond. And when I get to it, I see it. It's about a foot in.
Oh, boy.
2 foot in. And I, without even thinking, dove head first into the pond.
Yep.
And I came out holding the stick because I thought I was going to be the man coming out with the fish, you know? No. That's not the way this story ended.
Great.
So as I'm trying to get my way out of the pond, I bend my foot all the way back, and I said, oh, no, I bet I just broke this thing again. And then I'm having to limp back to the house, soaking wet, no rod, no fish. And then she's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "What did you do? Why would you walk off and leave the rod?" I'm sorry, honey, I forgot. One job.
One job.
We're just talking about focus,
and
commitment.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm doing a walk of shame back to the house. The only silver lining is I did have my Alabama shirt because I bought one Alabama shirt when that fellow went to Alabama. I had that one shirt on, so I wasn't proud about that.
That's too bad.
Yep. But the silver lining of the story, the next day, Sunday, I got another rod out. I got a big hook on it, just a regular hook. I said a quick prayer. One cast in. I hooked that rod and brought it right back up.
I was going to say, did you catch your rod again, man?
I caught my rod again.
Very rare. Very rare. You know that.
Very, very, very rare. But I knew right where it was because I did dive in after it. And I just knew right where that rod was. And there is no moral to this story. Just if you need flooring, please call me at 285-8117. And don't be jumping in ponds during winter time because that water was cold.
Oh, I bet it was.
It was like that cold. Yeah, it was like an inch cold.
That's hilarious. Take his advice and call him 285-8117. And when you call him up at 285-8117, be sure to tell him you heard Ray on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
It don't take Angie fishing. She'll walk off and leave your rod sitting there.
Sounds like a good plan.
Guys, have a great day.
See you, Ray.
Appreciate you, Ray. No, and it got him talking about that. Like, when I wrote about it in my piece, it's a shame Katie Britt will never be president.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all go check it out at 1819news.com. The moments that were the best were when we weren't distracted because everybody's, got the neck and they're looking in their phones.
Yeah.
Like all generations are doing this. We're all victims of it or we've all made this choice for ourselves. But one was when they asked me to bring my guitar. Like, I'm inviting, if you're inviting me to do it. And my little niece, she loved that, at first, she's like, I don't know what this is. Then she kind of got transfixed just watching me. And then my cousin's 9-year-old son, King, he was so over the top, a lot of energy that kid's got. But I was able to get him to sit down for that. And I'm like, well, your hands aren't quite big enough. He's like, I don't want a kid's guitar. And I'm like, well, you need, if you really want to start, man, you're going to suck at first.
Yep.
But you will get better if you really want to do it. Find some favorite songs and just learn them. It was that. And then also we just went out and the water was really low.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of rocks to be skipping.
Mm-hmm.
And so literally out there with Lucy, the 2-year-old was doing it. All the kids and the family, everybody was skipping rocks on the lake. And it's stuff like that because I'm so much a creature of, I got my screens and I'm living like an old man with my old man, like my grandfather. It is good to have that shot in the arm of just something wholesome, something connected and memories you're going to remember.
Oh yeah.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you guys did that.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
That's good.
Did you spend time with the family and all that?
Yeah, I went to see my mom, hung out with her for a while. We went, the funniest or one of the best things was the next day we went to Japanese steakhouse, I think, in Prattville, and we took the kids, the twins, and we did hibachi. That's the first time they've ever seen the hibachi. So, when the fire blows up in their face and all that. That to me was,
that's fun.
That was an amazing, because for whatever reason, just weirdo me, but for whatever reason, since those twins came into my life, that's a moment I wanted to do.
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
I've just seen so many kids experience that. They're just right. I've always wanted to do that.
That fire in particular.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. It was a great time.
Well, great seeing you, brother.
Yeah, it's good seeing you too, Brad.
And I guess we'll get out of here because Pamela and Greg and everybody else on Happy Hour. They're next. Y'all stay tuned.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob